Ooh, what's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah, the intro was a little wonky there. Hey, it loaded, it started up. It was like a little 5 seconds late or something. That was weird. If you guys noticed the new tunes on the live show, I've been using that for a few weeks now, and there will be new tunes on the podcast as well, PWT podcast. Guys, make sure you are hitting that like button. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe button as you file in, as you tune in tonight. If you haven't already, at Pro Wrestle Clips is where you're probably watching this right now. At Pro Wrestle Times is the long form channel where the replay of this live show, if you missed this replay and you're not, or this live show and you're not a member, you head over to at Pro Wrestle Times. Make sure you subscribe there too, even if you don't watch it. It just helps me out a whole lot. Yeah, how y'all doing? Getting people to file in. We already have George Captor, a new member. Wow, a round of applause, guys. How about that? Thanks so much for becoming a new member. I'm going to be doing a members only show tomorrow. It might be half hour, it might be an hour, it could be longer. It all just depends. But just like George Captor down there, consider becoming a member of Pro Wrestle Times, and I try and show all the member chats on the screen. I can't, if you want to for surely get answers. There's too many of you guys. I'm sorry. I used to answer every comment as well, under every video. I try and still do that. I just can't. There's too many of you guys, but that's a good thing. So if you want to interact with me more personally, send in a super chat or something. You'll for surely get your stuff read, or you interact with me on the member show. Memberships are like 99 cents. We're just letting people file in here as we go. We're going to talk about, did I plug everything? Yeah. Patreon as well. I'm doing a watch along of Kill Tony. Sorry, it took a while. I got big stuff going down, guys. I got Wrestling Soup like Mish coming on the show. Hopefully Joe's as well. Who else, man? I got like Crossman Wrestling. Do you guys know who that guy is? I got him coming on. I got some wrestlers lined up that'll be coming on sooner rather than later. I got I don't know, man, lots of stuff coming. I got some cool guests coming. I'm gonna have Ant Evans in a few weeks as well. Lots of people. So just stay tuned. And this is the #1 pro wrestling pod/live show in all of the land. And I stand on that 10 toes down without question. And Wrestling Russ became a member too. So you guys both get a round of applause as we do our intro and everybody's filing in. Denisha Lane, hey Phil, how are we doing, fam? We're doing so good, and thank you so much. I'll give you a bruv. I need a sister. I need a sis for the ladies. But Denisha, thank you for the $2, and I'm doing great. People are filing in, and we're getting the show going and underway. And Denisha, I think I was going to give you mod access as well, so you can help me out in the chat. I will do that when I get a moment here. A lot going on here, as if you can't tell. As I said, tons of cool guests coming on the show. And I have lots of, all the dirt sheets are talking about the Kevin Kelly stuff. Oh, he's suing AEW. We already talked about that. So I covered that stuff 2 days ago. Try not to swear so early in the video. Yeah. I covered that already. So if you guys haven't yet, check out the last episode of PWT Podcast, episode 65. I went solo. I went rogue, and it was like 2.5 hours long. And dude, I covered Insane Clown Posse crapping all over CM Punk, which I have an update for you guys tonight on that. I covered the Kevin Kelly suing AEW and his interview with Eric Bischoff. And I actually talked about the Kevin Kelly stuff when he still worked for AEW. I was already talking about this, and getting fired. So there you go. That's why this is the best show, man. You all need to be tapped in right here, because no one's covering wrestling the way I'm doing it. And yeah, man, no one has the most elite chat. The PWT universe is goated. You all know you're goated. That's why you're here. And yeah, on the last podcast, though, if you didn't listen, make sure you check it out. For those of you who did check it out and are familiar with the show, you probably noticed like a lot of weird choppy cuts, like random, just abrupt, and like the air horns getting play. Oh man, hold on a second. All Jake, hey y'all, can't stay long tonight. It's my birthday, and the happy birthday, all Jake, and hopefully a little dessert too. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm over in now. He was over there, now he's over here in dessert now. Dude, happy birthday, man. Round of applause for all Jake. You're the man. And that's what we do here at PWT, man. We show love to our universe. And Alt Jake, you are just a valued member of the PWT universe. And happy bleeping birthday. And you're going out with your wife. I don't expect to hear from you. If we hear from you later, we know shit didn't go good. You know what I mean? Damn it, I'm swearing too early. Anyways, another new member. My God, you guys are LK became a member. A round of applause as everyone files in. You guys, man, giving me all the love tonight. This is awesome. And Jake, he gets all the love and good energies too. The chat is goated, y'all. Hey-o, thanks, fam. Absolutely. Welcome. HLA. Georgia's here for the HLA. Hopefully Mina Shirakawa's on this show. But yeah, guys, the last episode of PWT Podcast, man, it's a must watch. Like, you can't miss it. You know, I absolutely covered so many things that were just, it was crazy. It was actually like for news. Not a lot of people were talking about like ICP and Ryback, like Insane Clown Posse went at CM Punk, buried him. You know, I covered that. I went in deep on the Kevin Kelly stuff. I talked about the TNA stuff, all that, everything. So make sure if you haven't yet, check out Pro Wrestle Times podcast. And that's where members, if you're a tribal chief as well, you get shouted out. As you guys can tell from the title of this video, hold on, we got a super chat. Wrestling Ruz, thank you so much, man. You guys are just killing it tonight. I have fun and laugh a lot while getting a great podcast. Thanks for good times. PWT for life. Yeah, where's my yeah? Listen, dude, thank you. I truly believe that. I you know what I mean? I overconfidently, wholeheartedly believe this is the funniest, best way to consume pro wrestling. Like, you know, and I love the shit. And you're not going to get generic takes. A lot of people are afraid to say this or afraid to say that or afraid to look at different opinions. Not me. You know what I mean? I walk into the flame. If people, you know, I invite even the fucking hater, like WWE Real One, come on the show. Sean Rossett, come on the show. You know, come on the show. Let's talk it out. I don't care. You know what I mean? This is just a good time. We're just talking graps, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you so much, Wrestling Russ. And yeah, you too are a valued member. Everyone in this chat is I see puffing some 28.7% Perry pack in Minecraft. All of that. Thanks all getting old as fuck. Yeah, aren't we all, brother? The podcast is definitely fire. One of the best I heard. Thank you. You know, no guest either. That's the other thing. Your boy Phil, like, you know, yeah, I can have guests. I don't need them. You know what I mean? Like, I put on a good show with or without them. But speaking of guests, man, I got some wrestlers lined up. I don't want to stew chew yet. I got some, like I said, Crossman. He just reached 1,000 subs on his YouTube channel, and he's been he's from the UK. I don't know if you guys know about him or not. But he's a cool guy. It's cool, you know. I don't agree with all of his opinions on stuff, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna have him on the show. And who else? I got you know, I think Chris Connors is coming on the show, dude. Who's like, he hosts his podcast. We got Wrestling Soup coming down. Yeah, man, lots coming down the pipeline. And Paul Nolan's gonna come give us all an update too, as well. Our good friend Paul Nolan. And eventually here. And yeah, man, things are smooth sailing. But let's talk about this show. We're 10 minutes deep. I think everyone's in here. Everyone hit the like. There's 50 of you in here. You better have hit the like. You better have hit the subscribe if you haven't. And as you can tell from yeah, we're at 23 likes, guys. 55 you watching. Let's get up to like 40, you know, 30, 40. And then, you know, I'll stop pestering. But MJF meltdown on X. Well, he got in an argument with an e-girl on the if you guys didn't hear it yet on PWT podcast, the last episode came out, I think, yesterday. I covered it. MJF got in a cringe fight with an e-girl. He has another meltdown today on X. We're going to cover it. NXT believes in Joe Hendry. We believe in Joe Hendry. PWT believes in Joe Hendry. Clap, clap, if you guys couldn't hear that. And we're going to watch Dynamite. And so let's get into it all. Lots going on. But first, before we get into all of that, I want to review quickly, like, Raw with you guys and the debut of the Wyatt 6, bruv. So, like, this, okay, the Wyatt 6 sort of split people down the line. You know what I mean? So let me share my screen, and we're going to take a look at Bleacher Report here. Of course, shout out Bleacher. It's where we go. Eric Beeston, shout him out. He gets lots of shouts outs on the show. And yeah, dude, let's just Raw. I mean, we knew they were coming, right? It was pretty much all the dirt sheets were leaking it. Everyone in the business behind the scenes seemingly knew they were coming. They were all prepped. The QR codes were popping up. We're going to be there Monday, basically. We all knew. We were all anticipating it. We were all waiting for it. And so, I mean, I'm not going to spend time. Well, I don't know. This Raw was really great, man. Lots of story progression, lots of layers of character work, and, all of that sort of thing. I'm just reading the chat. PWT Mars. Yeah, thanks, guys. But yeah, so I don't want to play this because I'll get Don Stevens. It's been happening. The more the channel blows up, the more like people want to pull your shit down. You know what I mean? They all want to start claiming your stuff. So yeah, man, we had a Money in the Bank qualifying match, Uso versus Mysterio versus Balor. I believe that was the main event, if I'm not mistaken. We had a Money in the Bank qualifying match, Zelina Vega versus Kiana James, and we had Dragon Lee versus Carlito. I think some other matches went down, but that's what was announced beforehand. But when the show kicked off, burn it down. And yeah, it was Seth Rollins came out of nowhere. And it was like, yes, dude, like it popped me hard. I like his new... I don't know what his outfit is. Someone in the chat will come up with a better like analogy or comparison, but I don't know, he's all like Wilson Fisked out kind of like. I like that. You see this picture here. It would be cool if he transitioned from this like to the suit with the round hat type deal. You know what I mean? I think that would be a good move for Seth. He challenges or Damian Priest. And I don't know, man, were you guys feeling like Priest to me sounded kind of, damn, he was kind of forcing it. Like he's phoning this shit in. Not phoning it, and maybe he's going through something personally. I don't know, but like Priest just seemed off this whole Raw. Like he just didn't seem like, it seems like they're trying to make him be babyface, and he just wasn't fully enthralled in it the way, whatever. I'll play a clip of this, and I hope I don't get pulled down. I'll just like go down here so you guys.
Don't worry about any ladders. Don't worry about any briefcase. At Money in the Bank, how about it? Seth freaking Rollins versus Damian El Campeón Priest for the world title.
So like big baby face move, I'll challenge you. I don't know, just Priest seemed off. He seemed off the whole Raw to me. I don't know.
You ain't serious, are you? This is a trap. Your boy's gonna come out and jump me now? Is that what this is? I know you.
No, there's nobody coming out. They don't even know I'm out here. This is between you.
I don't know. He's kind of fumbling, if you guys can hear. This is between you, forget no briefcase. I don't know. He's kind of messing up a bit, but it's all good. So we're getting these messages throughout the night. We're here. Blah, 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 blah. It was a good segment, though. Strowman and Chad Gable goes down. Strowman beats Chad Gable. Otis snaps. I can't play it, but he's like, nah, to hell with you. Gable shaming Maxine and etc. They walk off. Tozawa's like crying. Otis is angry. Maxine is emotional, but she's going to stick by Otis. All good stuff. Great story progression. I'm telling you, this Raw was like all story work, great stuff. But Strowman kind of squashed Gable, which was crazy. Triggered some people. So then we had a qualifier, Zelina Vega, Kiana James, and Io Sky. And Io Sky got the win with a moonsault. Kiana James... I saw some people on X being like, why was she there to whatever. Liv Morgan came out. Like, why would you pin her? And it's like, well, that's why she was there. Sorry, I misspoke. That's why she was there, was to get pinned, but people, well, you got to push her. Nah, start her as a jobber. And then they just called her up out of nowhere. So they clearly see her as like enhancement talent level stuff right now, like not hating on Kiana, but her time will come, man. Like she's got a lot of time. Don't worry about her doing a job to the former women's world champ in a triple threat, So Zelina Vega gets distracted by Liv. She's wearing Dom's purple cowboy vest, and during the show, there's one of the through lines is like Dom's like, "Where's my purple cowboy vest?" And then Liv Morgan's wearing it, and then she's like, okay, you can have it, daddy, but you got to take it off me. And it's just like, god damn it, Dom. His wife's a 10, Rhea's a 10, Liv's a 10. The fuck is going on here? Dom needs help, man. He's calling for help. Conan! Oh man, Call me Dom. I'll help you out, bro. No, but listen. It was a good little whatever. It was a good little finish. Zelina's really good at like selling and acting and doing her facials and like that's all things she's really good at. In ring, as far as like laying the shit in and she's whatever. I would say James is even better than her. But Sky won, the right woman won for sure. Do you guys think Io wins women's Money in the Bank? It's too early to predict, but I could see Io. Or did she have it before? Yeah, actually, see, I'm talking out of my ass. See, we'll think about that later. We don't even know who's all qualified. So anyways, Sami Zayn finds 2 new challengers, and basically Braun Breaker and Sheamus come out, and we got Zayn and Breaker and I'm cool with all of that, but convoluted. And they're doing that when they do that, it's to keep people involved because the roster's bloated, and it's also to protect people a lot of the times, so like Sheamus can take the pin by Breaker, who gets the title from, and then Breaker gets it from Sammy, but it's not really, or some shit like that. Maybe it's not that, but like, you guys understand what I mean. The previous match, right? Kiana James takes the fall so that Zelina stays strong in her title match against Liv, which will probably happen, and then she'll get fed to Liv, but fucking we keep Io, the one who the former women's champ should be in the Money in the Bank. You guys get it. That's why I listen to PWT. Yeah. We got Dragon Lee and Carlito. He's like Carlito, Carlito Crude. Hey, there you go. In the Judgment Day. And he takes on Dragon Lee. Both these guys are just awesome. I just love them. I don't know. Carlito's just a legend. Dragon Lee to me is so over with me. And but this was like a whatever match, and Carlito's trying to heal, but he's just sort of like, you want to cheer for even his music. He comes out with like the gothic Titantron video, but then it's like he's still doing like the dun, 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 the Caribbean cool music. Dun, 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 dun. It makes you want to fucking, like a pina colada or something. And so I don't know, but Carlito beats Dragon Lee, continuing along the LWO, Legado, Judgment Day. It's all, I guess Legato's split off now, but that's all been intertwined for a while, right? So we're just continuing this along. And then, so that's all right. Braun Breaker takes on Sheamus. Dude, I can't show this shot here, but they did here. I'll play it, but here. Oh, did they? Yeah, so he spears him. Ludwig Kaiser beats up Sheamus. He's doing great character work, and he's involved in this too. Like Ludwig Kaiser, and who called it? Who called it? Who?
You what?
I need a who? PWT, man. What have I been telling you guys? Yo, Ludwig's going to break off from Imperium. He's going to be fucking huge, man. This guy's phenomenal. He looks great, cuts a great promo. They're giving him these vignettes where he's like in Italy or wherever he's from, like, shopping designer and, eating, whatever, fine dining and all this, but not like in a European elitist sort of way, not in like the classic, like Ric Flair, woo. It's like the very cool stuff they're doing with Ludwig, but they do this thing, man. Ludwig runs around the ring, and look at this shot. I cannot play it. I'll get pulled. Look at this shot, guys. He runs around, and then Braun runs around the other side and fucking spears him. Dude, the camera work, like Kevin Dunn couldn't have gone away any quicker. Boom. Like, come on, man. And then Braun, they're just booking him awesome. I was weary. I was like, dude, when Braun comes to main roster, like, how are they going to book this kid? Like, man, I was worried. I'm sitting there going, he's doing some of his best work in NXT. It was the same thing with Tiffany, to where I still feel like they're trying to find that with Tiff. It's like, she did a lot of her best stuff down below. So, it would be awesome if, they sort of rehash some of their like continued played off. I don't know. Braun, they're booking him perfectly. They brought him in. He's doing what he was doing in NXT. And he was able to get off that quickly, that like Baron Corbin comedy duo gimmick in NXT quickly, which was really, really, really good as well. So he can do the baby face kind of, hey, like I'm a silly guy, or like he can be endearing and likable and and whatnot. Joining us on the show now, folks, your friend and mine, the great, the almighty, the powerful, awful wrestling is on the show.
I like the tepid response. That was awesome. I like a more understated introduction. What's going on, chat? What's going on, Phil? You motherfucker.
Oh, my
Damn.
God. He comes in. First thing, he's dropping F-bombs. Well, we're about to get to the Wyatt 6, so I want your thoughts on that. I know you gave him over on Toonie Talk there, and you got into it with this. But if for the folks who haven't heard that, let's say, I want your thoughts over here, and however tame they may be. I'm about to get to that. I'm just talking about how fucking awesome Braun Breaker is and how great this camera work was. And we have a new member as well joining us. So a round of applause. Jonesy84. Well,
Phil, did you tell the
Jonesy,
people of the did you tell the people?
Well, sorry, I just
Go
want to
ahead.
shout out Jonesy quickly. Awful,
Sure,
if you
no
don't mind. Here, we got to put the PWT universe over. But Jonesy became a member and has been in the chat hanging out, and I'm so happy to see you are a member, and members only show tomorrow, guys. Sorry, Awful, what were you going to ask me?
Did you tell the good people of PWT the big announcement?
Like the shit me and you have been talking about, or
Yeah, you might as
okay,
well just
awesome.
let
Yeah, well, they already
up,
know.
man.
People already, we've been alluding to it, so we might as well do it here before Dynamite kicks off. But or let's give the sizzle to the steak. Let's do it after we review Raw. I was in the middle of something here. Let's review Raw. No, do not be sorry, my friend. This is not a place for apologies. This is a place for marking out and shooting first and asking questions last. Anyways, the main event goes down. While the main event's whatever. While it's going on, okay. While the main event goes on, and Uso wins, by the way, Jay, obviously Yeet. We are Yeet here. So while it's going on, they're setting up Gorilla, and they showed us Gorilla right before it happened. Fucking everything, like whoever's backstage, they're quickly setting this all up quickly as this main event's going on. Uso goes in the crowd, I believe. The lights are out for him. Everyone's doing the day one-ish. And doing the hand gestures, everybody in the 303, put your motherfucking hands up. That's what they do for Jey Uso. So they're all doing that. They're all doing that. And then boom, the lights go out. I cannot play it, folks. I'll play a little snippy. Here we go. Here, I can't play it, but you guys see it here. Lights go out. Boom, the door, the light reveal. Here, I'll scrub through it, but I won't actually play it. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts on this here. So you see the door, the smoke, the light beams through, everyone's cheering. You see Nikki Cross in the ring. Absolutely. I was just like on the edge of my seat. I am getting tired of spooky shit in wrestling. You guys know that. I call it out all the time, but I had to mark out for this. I'm not going to lie. And everyone predicted the members correctly. It was kind of leaked. So they point backstage. The camera goes through. Now, what I would have done if it was me, she wouldn't have pointed and then the camera goes through. It would have been, he got so spooked that the camera guy runs off and you do a Blair Witch style where he's like, oh shit. And then he's running through the gorilla and he's like, oh fuck. And then he like turns like a light on or so, like you do it Blair Witch style where he's like trying to get away from this weird shit. That's how I would have done it, because it seems weird. Like, why didn't they just beat down the camera guy? But also it's kayfabe. And also it could be like, well, we don't want to beat down the camera guy because we're trying to show the world, no, we're fucking here now. So he's going to film it look at the destruction. We beat up 10 camera guys backstage. You don't see all the bodies. This guy is going to film it all. But me personally, I would have had him run off like, oh, fuck this. And then like run backstage and then have him like stumble upon all the chaos and everything, and we get it sort of found footage style. That's how I would have did it. But it's not.
Why not just do it CCTV style?
There you go. So they go behind the curtain. Boom, smokes everywhere. Eric Rowan with the hammer. The Bludgeon Brothers homage there as well. And then he goes into Gorilla. Everyone's laid out. Gable's laid out. Everyone's memeing him, saying he's dead. I think I saw Braun Strowman.
Where do you see Triple H?
I don't know. People were saying like I've seen pictures where people have like a page where it's like, here's all the victims that were spotted. So I didn't go through with a fine-tooth comb and go, oh, okay, here's Triple H laying under this guy, and here's fucking Bruce Pritchard holding a wrench and a cheeseburger. I didn't go and I didn't do Where's Waldo here, but this is what other people are saying. Like, people analyzed every little aspect of this video, every frame of it. And apparently Triple H is laid out somewhere, and so is Bruce Pritchard. Or I got God on X, but I think that's Braun. Is that Braun Strowman right there? And then you see Adam Pearce's Twitter got invaded as well. So now Chad Gable, everyone's like, oh, he got shot in the head. It's like, no, dude, he's cut. Like, it's obviously.
No, I said that. I said he got shot in the head there.
Well, lots of people are memeing it though. Everyone's like, oh, they killed Gable. And it's
how do you recover from this, Phil? I asked the same question yesterday. How does Chad Gable just blow this over and continue having his feud with Otis? Like, how does this happen?
From being cut in the head like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your answer. Ready? He doesn't. This is how Gable goes away for 2, 3, 4 weeks and then comes back with the Creed brothers fresh, and then you know what I mean? Like, that's how you do it right there. Like, Gable can go, he just got squashed by Braun, and he's like, I'll show everyone. I'll show you. Fucking write him off TV for 3 weeks, and then he comes back. It's just a cut. We just saw Cody get bloodied. We saw Owens get bloodied, wrestle the fucking next week, So it's just blood.
Yeah, but see, Cody got bloodied by his opponent.
Right.
By his future opponent. Kevin Owens, I believe, got bloodied by his future opponent. Is Uncle Howdy going to be Chad Gable's future opponent?
Yeah, that could be someone else Uncle Howdy squashes, or it doesn't have to be Howdy. It could be like Gacy, or it could be any of these guys. Also, you got to think you got to think they beat everyone up backstage. So it's going to be everyone's on high alert. It's not like, because, okay, apparently Braun Strowman and Gunther were laid out in that pile too. So is Gunther and Braun and Gable going to fucking all team up to go? No, it's just there's fucking 5 dudes in this group. And now you got 5 guys who need singles matches and tag matches, et cetera, et cetera. And you got a bunch of guys beat up backstage. You got a lot of options. I think that's all the point they were trying to get across was like, which, okay, now I give AEW shit for this all the time as I turn Dynamite on here, but AEW does this all the time. That's the problem. AEW or WWE doesn't do this, where this group is sort of like a tweener. They're going to heel and do all this heel shit, but everyone's going to want to cheer them and put their fireflies up. So they beat up baby faces and heels backstage. So you have options for matches, depending on where the crowd's going to take it. You know what I mean, Awful? Like you have
but God, you're talking to a naysayer here, but I will say this: you're absolutely right. You're absolutely correct in that Triple H has garnered enough goodwill. The WWE has garnered enough goodwill that they can pull a jack move like this. They can experiment with this, and it still fail, because it will. And
you think it'll fail?
Yeah, of course.
In what regard? In what regard? In matches
people
or
will
drawing?
Turn on. Oh yeah. First of all, great question. Soon as the bell rings, this gets boring. They'll be just like every time that those mid-carders were in the ring before. Putting a mask on them isn't going to change a thing.
We have a super chat here. Round of applause, bro. Wrestling Russ. Oh, I got chills. I hope to God it translates well to the ring. I love it. Oh, so he said this before you were even saying that, Awful. He was already like, yeah, I hope it translates well to the ring. And I loved it. Not Strowman. Yeah, I mean, Russ, so Awful was sort of just addressing that. So you can continue on with what you were saying there, Awful.
Yeah, 5 weeks. That's what I'm giving it. 5 weeks. I'll tell you this. It does a great job of letting people know or getting people intrigued on what's going to happen next week, next Monday Night Raw, or maybe even possibly this Friday SmackDown, if they wish to continue it there. But as I see it now, man, this was a great production values. We are all expecting WWE to do great on that.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
Now, just like I said yesterday on Toonie Talk, this is like watching a great episode of Sopranos, and the last 10 minutes, Thanos shows up and snaps his fingers and rolls out. It's such a disconnect from everything that we've seen. And everybody's like, oh, give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. It's been given chances. It was already given 3 chances prior to this, and each time it failed.
But now, under Vince.
but under Vince. Okay, now it's under Triple H.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be better?
Yeah, because he's gonna actually let them do. He's gonna let this play the fuck out. Like this is the biggest travesty ever.
Just like Vince allowed Bray.
No, he didn't.
God rest
No,
his
he
soul.
didn't. No, he didn't. No.
Okay.
Because Bray was
Talk to
trying
me.
to do his shit, and then Vince was like, "Yeah, I know. Put him back in the fun house. We gotta sell some masks." Like that's all he cared about. So this, like, who's buying these buzzard? Like this isn't like a merch grab. And I actually want to thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. And I actually want to bring you into my my bookmarks here for this because there are fans melting down. There's this one guy in particular. Oh, Phil, why do you give him shine? So you know what idiot to fucking laugh at. This guy here, at ST Hole Leary. I don't know. This guy has the worst takes ever, probably in the IWC history, man. Next to Real One. And this guy's like, WWE is not honoring Bray Wyatt by bringing his gimmick back. They are trying to make money, and that's why it's not sitting right with me. I'd love to be wrong about this one. And this guy's like, this was Bo Dallas, Bray and Bray's wife idea, by the way. Bray's idea was to die and let his brother continue the gimmick. I hope he had better ideas. Man, are you fucking kidding me? Dude, yeah, Bray never talked to his brother before he passed. God, man, these people piss me off. This guy is just like an AEW Shillington if there ever was one. Speaking of, well, I don't know. So my thoughts, I love it, and it's not about, oh, give it a chance. It's about this shit it's going to work, man, and it is working, I think, so far, and if the original Wyatt family worked, I think they can make this work. Even they had that group Sanity that was really good and people wanted more of, but just Vince, yeah, he doesn't know. He was in the way back then. I truly believe that, and I think Triple H will have a better vision and allow Bo Dallas to play this out. And also, you're like, when they get in the ring, well, okay, let's talk about it. Gacy's helping train all the new guys they bring into NXT. He's one of the guys helping get them all ready. Bo Dallas is a tremendous wrestler. No one's going to tell me that otherwise. Who else in the group? Eric Rowan's solid. He was in fucking Wyatt family forever. Nikki Cross is an awesome wrestler. Ever since TNA, you know. Who else is in the group? Who's the other one? Dexter Loomis. He's fucking awesome too. Like in ring, or as far as like all of his character work's always been good. So I think they're all seasoned vets. I think these are all people who I think this is gonna work, man. I do personally. Awful. Give me your last thoughts on basically the Wyatt 6, and then let's talk about this Dynamite here.
It sucked.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not too
Fair
much
enough,
to say
man.
afterwards.
Yeah, to each their own, man. So, folks, we're watching Dynamite right now. Roosh is taking on and don't worry, we'll talk about NXT during a commercial break or something like that, guys. But we have MJF taking on Roosh. So, I mean, not a lot of here's the Dynamite card, chat. Let me know if you guys are pumped. This week I bookmarked just straight up AEW. Let me know if you guys are pumped for anything on this card. Me particularly, I do like this match. I like both of these guys, and it's not just like, oh, meaningless thrown together. Like they tried to it's a random story, but they tried to build it for a couple weeks at least before this encounter. Of course, it's rushed because it's AEW and everything's rushed, and they're just trading chops and doing exactly what we knew. Like these two are going to have a solid match. This is commercial free as well. Apparently this whole match is going commercial free, and they'll have a solid match, but that's all AEW can really offer. Awful. Your thoughts on MJF and Roosh coming into this match, and does anything on this card or AEW in general lately pique your interest?
I'll give it to MJF. He's selling like $1 million right now.
Yeah.
And Rush looks pretty, solid in the ring.
Yeah, he beats the shit out of people. I implore you to go watch the match where he just beats the shit out of Jack Perry. It's hilarious.
Oh, I did see that match.
Yeah, dude, he whooped his ass. And then Shaggy Filth, sorry, and I'm sorry I missed this. It should have been a part of the last segment, but for $2 says, wait till his gimmick goes to Netflix. Yeah, so wait till the whole Bo Dallas and all that shit's on Netflix too. You know what I mean? Like they'll be able to really dedicate time. They could do a whole special, like who knows? We could get a whole cinematic episode of WWE presents this random fucking compound thing, you know, or whatever, right? The Wyatt compound, whatever. We could get that when they go to Netflix as well. And yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I think it's going to, I think that shit will, like, you can, I don't know, them stalking Cody and stuff. I'm into all that. Like, eventually, I don't know, I'm into that. So yeah, but anyways, we're talking about Dynamite here. We'll talk about NXT and all of the TNA stuff in a bit. Maxwell's already bleeding. Is MJF regretting the god-awful neck tattoo? Yeah, dude. Rush works snug. I don't know. MJF, yeah, he fixed that hair too. Good on him. You know what I mean? Rush is beating the shit out of MJF. Yeah. Someone in the chat saying terrible take, awful. So, I mean, why is it a terrible take? I thought it was a really good take, just on the other end of the way I feel about it. So, I don't know.
No. Let's get into it. What's his issue?
I don't know. They didn't. They just said terrible take. It's a commenter, dude. So nobody's
gotcha.
nobody's. Yeah, unless this person here, Cash Monet, whatever you're, because he said it failed, quote unquote. So that's their gripe with what you said about the Wyatt 6. It failed.
Oh, I'm over it. You should be too.
I mean, did Bray fail in the past? Let's talk about that. I mean, I don't know. He gained WWE Championship status. He had good runs with the Wyatt family, and his Fiend stuff sold tons and tons of merch. The Firefly Funhouse got over. You know,
until the bell rang, Phil.
Yeah, so you weren't a fan of Bray in ring? I always liked him in ring. I always thought he did appropriate for his style. Yeah, when he did the Fiend thing, it got a little weird where he was like snapping people's necks. It was like, all right. But yeah, I was like over the Fiend when they turned him to like a burned rubber guy and all that. But here we got questions coming in about do you think MJF is regretting that god awful? Oh, sorry, already if it's on his leg. I don't know, man. I don't think he got that AEW tattoo on his leg so that he can cover it with his boot, so that when he goes to WWE one day, there's not an AEW tattoo on it. That's why he did that, as so you guys know. Awful doesn't have a terrible take. Cornette didn't like the Wyatt either. I don't agree myself. Yeah, you know, it's all good. No, Cash Money can say what they want too. It's all good. Like if you don't agree, you can say he's stupid all you want. It doesn't matter. You know, just don't say like gross, weird shit that might, you know, get the chat or the live in jeopardy. The Uncle Howdy stuff was over and going places. Then he got sick and passed away. So yeah, but guys, I mean, I think it was Vince. I think just
I'm not
Vince,
holding that against them.
Yeah. So guys, there's over 100. There's been like over 120, 113. We're at 44 likes. Let's get those up to at least 100 tonight, and then I'll stop asking. You guys know the drill. So, Awful, let me ask you, man. We have the AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator match. So once again in AEW, we're getting a Young Bucks versus the Acclaimed in an Eliminator match. So if the Acclaimed win, then they get a shot at the tag belts, even though they'd have just beat the tag champs. Super fucking dumb. And why, if the Bucks are bosses, would they get themselves in an eliminator match? Oh, because Christopher Daniels. Okay. So stupid. I don't know. Are you excited for that? Does that pique your interest? Or that'll be the ratings killer of the night, probably, hey?
Oh, boy. I can't wait.
Yeah.
No, this is your boy Max Caster in action. We'll see how well he does.
Yeah, we'll see. We have a face-to-face Ospreay and Swerve. Hey, awesome. They rushed this face-to-face. Awesome. They're rushing the belt on fucking Ospreay. So Tony Khan can get his Ricochet Ospreay match. And awesome. These guys are both what, tweeners? Like they're both supposed to be good guys. Like what do they think? Oh, a face-to-face. Like what, this is going to be a Rock Austin or Rock Hogan moment here, or a fucking Cody Roman moment, or when Cody and the Rock went like, like when Rock and Roman went face it. Like what is a face-to-face between, they're both supposed to be baby faces. So who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like what, you know, put them in a fucking tag match together or something. Like you might as well, you know, like have them just hanging out backstage. They're both supposed to be good guys. So now Swerve's going to come out and really heel, and then fucking Ospreay's going to pander. And then we're going to sit here and go, so what was fucking Swerve doing this whole time trying to be a babyface? This company's so ass backwards. So that's going to be shit. This match here is like MJF and Roosh. It's going on. These guys are great. but it's just an awesome match between two guys. It's like, you could have built this up for the pay-per-view, give it weeks. Don't just like, they cut a promo on each other. They
I have
brawled
no
in the
problem
crowd.
with that.
Yeah, and I'm cool too, but just for the length it's gonna go, dude. Like, this match is gonna go fucking, they're doing everything in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's this, yeah. So and I do like
the
it.
audience.
I put it over, man. They were brawling in the crowd last week. I'm like, great start to Dynamite. This is the way you build it up. The week before they did the promo, this is a good match before. Is there a pay-per-view this week for AEW? Like, what's the like, because this could be like on the go home show before the pay-per-view or something, is all I'm saying. Like, give it a little more. These are two guys like I want to get invested in, and we're already getting this match sort of blown off, you know?
Right.
But they are pushing Roosh, and I've been saying it forever. So Tony Khan listens to PWT confirmed. Okay, we have an all-star 8-man tag match. Now, these just fucking offend me. We have who is this fucking guy? Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita, who are in the same faction. And then they're going to team up with Roderick Strong, who's in his own faction that has 4 or 5 guys in it. And then they're going to also team with Zack Sabre Jr., who's in his own faction, TMDK, that has like fucking 8 guys in it. So it's 4 guys from fucking 3 different factions are going to team up in an all-star tag. What's an all? So you're going to use Briscoe, O'Reilly. Briscoe's just the guy. Here's the ROH world title, and you're just going to be in random 6-mans on Dynamite forever. Even though we spent this whole time telling the story when you showed up in AEW, you're not going to tag anymore unless it's special occasions, and you're going to focus on your single. And all Mark Briscoe's done, pardon me, is tag with people. You know what? It's so fucking stupid. And then we got Orange Cassidy. Who cares? Kyle O'Reilly. I just want to see him be a heel and teaming with Roderick Strong. I don't want to see him fucking trying to be a good guy. And then you have Dante Martin. Okay, he's in his own faction too, with Andretti and his brother. And then isn't Orange friends with, or I guess his friend group broke up. I thought Mark Briscoe typically teams with FTR and Edge and all this shit. So he's just randomly team. And then you have Kyle O'Reilly there. What the fucking fuck, dude? Like, just random, the all-star jobber fucking tag team match. Jesus Christ, man. Your thoughts on that? And like, where's that going to be? The main event, the co-main? Like, that's complete nonsense.
Oh, now that you mentioned it, it definitely will be the main event tonight.
So
because
like, what?
Orange Cassidy's in it. Jay Briscoe's in it.
Yeah.
Mark
Briscoe.
I'm so sorry.
I make the mistake all the time as well too. But R.I.P. Jay. Rest up, bud. So Chris Statlander takes on Nyla Rose. Owen Hart so again, they've been establishing Nyla Rose in Ring of Honor quite a bit, and she's been doing some cool shit, like beating up a bunch of people in like where everyone's training and stuff. You know, she's done some cool shit. But then Chris Statlander finally making her return. Because, like, I don't know if she's been hurt. I always say, like, I've been saying she hasn't wrestled in a while because she's actually hurt. I don't know if she is hurt. But she's wrestling now again tonight. Hopefully she's all good. And then Nyla, though, like, she was healing the last time everyone saw her, and Chris is a heel now. So why the fuck is this the match in the Owen Hart tournament? God, where's Athena? I think she's hurt, actually. But, like, if you're going to bring anyone up from ROH, like, where's Athena? And I mean, I'm cool with Nyla being in the tournament. It's a little random, but, I mean, randomness is okay in the tournaments as far as, like, the first round of it. And but they're both heels. For like, last I remember, Nyla's a heel, and now Stat just went full heel turn. So, you know, I don't know. More tween. I'm supposed to cheer for Nyla because according to Dave Meltzer, well, no, she played heel in that building that night. You know, like, how do you make sense of any of this? So it just doesn't matter. And then you have Danielson on commentary. Why? Who cares?
Why? Exactly.
Yeah, why? Who cares? Why does that need to be announced?
Is that on the poster?
Put him on the poster. Yeah, it's on the poster. Like, it's just Tony.
Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Holy shit.
Like, Tony just wants to make these posters, and he thinks, like, everyone's going to see this and go, oh, my God, I have to tune in. No, bro, you're a live show. Leave some element. So already there's all of this shit. And I go, well, that's a full 2 hours. But then if you're going to, with the stuff in between, but then there's other matches too sometimes. All I'm saying is you don't need to announce it all up front. And you like leave something to be desired. Like, let us think, oh my God, there's unpredictability. So I don't know. Claudio's
He'd
going to
be
take
better
on,
off doing that too. He'd be
yeah,
better off just showcasing like 3 or 4 things,
yeah.
and then he can fill in the rest of the 2 hours with his, nonsense.
Yeah, we just talked about Raw, and Bleacher Report does a good job of saying, like, here's what was announced before, and here's what happened in the show. And Raw only announced 3 matches for their show, and then there was a bunch of other matches, but we were like, sweet, you know what I mean? And that's how you set some shit in stone, and you know what you're building around, and then the other shit you can kind of change. MJF gets a flat finish on Roosh. I feel as though that sort of fell flat because you go too long, but a great match no less. And shout out Roosh, man, he deserves this shine at least that he's getting. But my favorite part that you guys obviously know I skipped over and I'm circling back to, the HLA, George Captor's favorite part. The HLA, yeah, a contract signing between Timeless Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa. So I guess Shirakawa like worked her way into a title match, which I didn't realize they did, so I must have just overlooked that on Collision when I threw it on at bedtime or whatever this past week, whatever. But Mina, dude, my. Her and Mariah May and Tony Storm and whatever they're all doing, we're tuning in for that, folks, here on Thirstcast PWT. The chat already knows it, man. We love us some Mina, we love us some Mariah May, so can't wait for that. That's the main event in our minds, folks. Right here we have a random luchador who has now joined the Gates of Agony and Brian Cage, and they're all calling out MJF randomly now. So they're just going to give MJF murderer's row of all of the heels in the company to go through. But why would this random lucha just be calling out MJF? Who knows? Makes no sense to me.
I'm not at that part yet.
So there's going to be a
MJF
6-1. Yeah. Sorry, Awful, but there's going to be a 6-man ladder match at Forbidden Door for the TNT title, and they have 4 guys announced already for it. Wow. I don't know what to tell you guys. Forbidden Door, is that this weekend? Can the chat let me know when the next when's the next like WWE PLE or TNA or what's this weekend? Is there any wrestling? Because that will determine when I do my live show. But yeah, I'm just curious, like, when is Forbidden Door? Like, I shouldn't have to ask that. You know what I mean?
Right. When is it? Did anybody
I don't know, man. Okay, 1 week from Sunday. So not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday. Okay, so we'll be doing live show. Not this week. This weekend will be Saturday like normal, unless there's like a TNA or something or a WWE thing. But otherwise... Oh, the All-Star Tag match is up next. So we failed there, Awful.
I did. I was the one that called that. Yeah.
Hey, man, I take accountability too. So Awful. Okay, I was gonna wait till commercial. We're gonna for our announcement here, but we're looking at 4 of the 8 All-Stars here in Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly making like a cross-eyed. He's like crooked-eyed, like making weird faces. And then you have Dante Martin just standing there. Like, you have a trios division. Why not establish trios? So stupid. Let's listen in here. I'm going to turn this up.
Please.
Hopefully you guys can hear that.
Yep.
The word of the day today is redemption. That's right.
July 6th. Okay, so we got time.
Great.
So we got time. So this week, hey, hold on a second though. Mark Briscoe just said, "Hey, you get off my cloud." Yeah, dude. Shout out
ODB.
the Method Man, Mr. Meth. And here's Jack Perry. Shout out Wu-Tang though. Wu-Tang forever.
Yeah, that's what it was. Jesus.
Yeah.
Who did I say? ODB?
No. Who said that? Hey, you get off my cloud. I believe that's Method Man. METHOD, man. Oh yeah, dude. It's a fucking shame that look how good Mark Briscoe is just and then Cassidy's gonna get his cringe joke in nobody cares about. Like, fuck off. Mark just popped the crowd, and now you're gonna just make everyone go, who is that
Who's
guy?
that eraserhead dork in the background?
I don't know, man. Oh, that was I don't know, man. That was Dante Martin.
Oh, that's right. He's the one that crushed his leg, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
He's
So
back.
off your favorite move, a Canadian destroyer off of 2 ladders through a table on the outside of the ring. How about that? So this weekend, guys, PWT live show will just go down on Saturday, okay? But then whenever there's a PLE, I'll do them on like the day that the PLE is. And if there's multiple events that chat's like, and you guys are like, we need to hear it, Phil, we want to watch it with you, I'll do multiple things. But we have an announcement here, guys. I don't have a drum roll sound effect. We have no graphics made up. We have nada. Okay. But you guys already know, because we've been nothing. No streamers, nothing. But you guys already know, because I've pretty much been teasing the shit out of it forever. But myself, Phil Marks, and Awful Wrestling will be starting our own podcast together with us both together. And it's a completely different show, completely different aesthetic, vibe. There is a theme to it. You guys know myself and Awful. We like to argue about stuff sometimes. Who doesn't like to argue with Awful? It seems like Twitter's hates you lately, dude.
No, they don't.
No,
they
they
don't.
love you. Okay. They've been loving on you, or what?
Well, you're half right.
Yeah.
You're only half right.
Yeah, I think you got you posted about the attendance for the show in July, and people were like, "That's for whatever, bro." And our chat's like, "Awful, worst takes ever."
I know, and that was my mistake. That was my mistake, but it was corrected. And as far as that's concerned, the percentage was still on point. The number of people still going there was still on point.
Yeah,
and it'll be an evergreen tweet. So
an evergreen tweet.
Oh yeah, just you watch.
Yeah, no, I know, man. But yeah, guys, so we're starting a podcast. What's the name of it? I don't even fully know yet. But we're doing it. It's coming soon. We're gonna
suggestions.
Yeah, you chat, let us know a name. I was thinking of like Phil versus Awful World Tour or something, like a playoff of like, it's just because the idea behind it is we're going head to head. Yeah. But no, it's just we're gonna go for an hour a week. We're gonna get topics suggested by you guys on X. The first show we'll come up with our own sort of topics, and just to show you guys what sort of the premise is and what's going to be happening and what the idea behind it is. And Awful, of course, will still be on these live shows like whenever he wants. He has an open revolving whenever he wants. He can come in and out. But as far as like we're gonna actually bring you guys
I like
weekly,
Shaggy Filth
like
73. That was pretty good.
we're gonna bring
wrestling.
Yeah, off Phil wrestling. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna bring you guys like an actual like its own unique podcast, and it'll be on YouTube. It'll be pre-recorded. We're not going to do it live because Awful's already on the live shows all the time. But yeah, it's going to be on PWT podcast. So it's going to drop, the full length episodes are going to drop at Pro Wrestle Times. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe there. Okay. And then the clips of it, of course, will be on the clip channel when we decide to clip it. But for about an hour long, we're going to flip in butt heads, guys. And we're going to fucking duke it out. And we're going to find things that that we maybe don't see eye to eye on. And we're going to hash it out and argue it out. And I don't know if there's going to be guests, maybe if like we have, maybe we could set that up too, where myself and Awful maybe moderate debates between other people who feel strong, and we can just moderate it and stuff like that. But it's going to be you guys every week. You're going to suggest us some shit. We're going to pick 1, 2, 3 topics, maybe 5, depending how hard, deep, hard and deep. Yeah. But like how deep we're going to go into each topic. And then we're going to kind of duke it out. Like, we're going to, the way we, kind of go at each other on the show, and you'll still get some of that on the live show. But, we would really want it to like give you a potent dose of that because it's such good shit and everybody likes it. And shout out Mrs. Cornett and the Castle Cornett, who I know enjoy when me and Awful butt heads a little bit, and it's going to be fun. So expected in the next like few weeks we'll have an episode, and it'll premiere like once a week, and yeah, I don't know, I'm excited for it. We've been talking about it for a while. Awful is hands down my favorite guest on this show, you guys know that, and I pitched it to him and he accepted, and the calculator wasn't broke, I don't think, this time, so it's all good. Man, we're gonna work.
1 peanut plus 1 peanut equals 2 peanuts.
Yeah, two crumbs is halfway there. So hey man, shout out Awful for doing this, and yeah, just more of the exciting stuff. I told you guys, lots of exciting shit. It's only getting bigger, it's only getting better. PWT Universe, the fucking place you want to be to consume wrestling content. I stand 10 toes down. This is the best pod. This is the best live show. And I think mine and Awful's shit is going to be the best debate show as far as pro wrestling, bringing it to you live every week, and or recorded, premiered every week, whatever. But you guys get the gist of it. And it will also be on like on the PWT RSS feed. So it will be on like Apple, fucking Spreaker, Acast, we're on all that shit, Spotify, all of that, and yeah, it'll be on there as well. So round of applause to the PWT Universe who made that happen, because it's because of you guys that it's even happening, and round of applause to Awful because I love you, bud. And
thank you, man. Hey, listen, I'm about to roll to really, because I've got a video that I'm producing, and I really got to see this live stream. But I definitely cannot wait to entertain with Phil this Thursday. I guess we're gonna start Thursday. I got to put you on the spot like this.
Yeah. Are we starting this Thursday? We listen. We're gonna start sooner rather than later, but we got to get some. We still like need a name. We need some graphics set up, all that shit. But maybe this Thursday, me and Awful will have a behind the scenes meeting to set up all of this.
Get out of here.
And then maybe by next week it'll be up. But no pressure on us, guys. No expectations yet, because we still got to get a bunch of stuff like ready for it, but it's coming in due time. Between him and I, we'll get it all done. And sorry, Awful, as you were saying.
But that's I look forward to it, and and when we talk off the air, we'll talk more about it. But let me. I'm gonna watch this this nonsense, and I may or may not be back. But you definitely. Before I go, what's your prediction for the rating?
It's so everybody's like, oh, there's no NBA or NHL or any women's soccer or darts or whatever excuse, bowling, whatever excuse they come up with every week. So I think this one will do like an 800K, maybe just shy of that. And standard.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I don't think they're just tanking downward. I do believe the sports affect that a little bit. And I think that I think they'll have maybe just under 800K. I don't think, like, they're average too. Like, so cut out the overrun and the lead in, it'll be like 700K, under 7K. But the number they're going to present will probably be like 790 or 789 or some shit like that. That's what I'm predicting.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm looking at 713, Phil. I don't believe 100,000. Yeah, I don't think 100,000 people come back this week.
So what does NXT hit with all that Joe Hendry shit? He got like 3.5 million views. We're gonna get into it, or I'm gonna get into it here. But what
was their rating?
I don't know. Like, what do you think it's gonna 718? You know, if it does 718 and Dynamite does 713, then damn, we I don't know, man. We got something to talk about, but yeah, Awful. Thanks so much for coming in. If you want to pop in anytime, you got the link, man. You just come back in later if you got a minute. And even if you want to tell me to go fuck myself. And I'm here chilling tonight. So
we'll save that one for Patreon.
Yeah. Okay, round of applause for Awful, everybody.
Guys, peace to the chat.
And you can follow him at Awful AEW Full Wrestling. You already know. Yeah, he put me on the spot. We're starting Thursday. I'm like, whoa, buddy, we got some shit.
Nope.
I got some shit. We got some graphics to make and shit, bro. We got to, but we will make it happen. It's Thursday. That's tomorrow, son. If Swerve loses, is he buried? He already is. So Scully Vibes, thank you so much for the super chat, bro. He already is, man. He's already kind of not buried, but he's already being like undermined. And even here, like you put him against Bruv, and it's like, you know, what's he gonna do? What can he do to get above Bruv? Like they're both baby facing too. Like they're both sitting here going, "You're the shit. No, I'm the shit. Here's why you're the shit. Here's where I'm the shit." And it's like, it just ain't gonna, it's just not gonna translate well. And I think but if he loses the belt at the pay-per-view, is he buried? Not buried, but he's like, you might as well call it that. You know, people will go, it's not buried. It's not buried and all of this shit. It's you know what I mean? They're talking like, sorry, I'm trying to listen to the promo while I'm rambling to you guys here. So people will tell you like, no, it's not buried. You don't know what buried means. But it's like overall in the grand scheme, man, if you put the world title on him, then you just job him to Bruv so that fucking Tony Khan can get Ricochet in there and they can recreate that shit from 2017 at fucking Wembley. Yeah, that's kind of like undermined. Like, look at Joe. Is Joe not buried? Like, yeah, he's with Hook. That sort of makes sense. But he was the former world champ and he ain't doing shit. He's just teaming with fucking Hook, fighting random guys. I don't know, you know? So everyone gets buried in AEW, in my opinion. Thank you, Scully Vibes. I ranted too hard. That question upset me. No, it didn't. I just, Merge for $2 says, Swerve has been an afterthought from day one, bruv. Exactly. Like
Dummy. Yeah.
or sorry, I didn't mean to give you a dummy, but yeah, it's just that, like, you know, he's an afterthought. Like Tony put the belt on him because people were starting to just be like, dude, you have it right there. What are you waiting? It's like the Acclaim too. Like he didn't pull the trigger on them when he should have. That's the thing with Tony. He always pulls the trigger too late as well, you know? But now Swerve's bringing up, see, I told you guys, it's healing. Swerve's bringing up people's kids. And now fucking Osprey's in his face. Don't you ever bring up my son again, bro. And it's like, who gets over? And then so you're both faces or you're both heels. I don't get it. Like, why can't you guys? You need them to hold your head? It's just called Heroes and Villains, bro. Metro Boomin. I should play that whole album front to back while I talk to you guys about why heroes and villains matter in life. Okay, in stories, especially in stories, there is no story without a hero and a goddamn villain. You know what I'm talking about? Like even Disney and all of that too. Like all these movies are flopping and shit. And what are they doing to all the villains? They're all getting redeemable arcs. Like, no, I don't want to see bad guys be good guys. You know what I mean? I want to see bad guys do bad guy shit. So it's like either Swerve's got to be invading homes and cribs and talking about kids, or he's got to be a good guy.
It's always personal. So when you go home, send my regards to Al and Harry again.
Don't make this personal. Al and Harry. See, Swerve's bringing up families. Swerve is not menacing. Yeah, awful. Hang out in the chat with us, buddy, if you want to, and I will show your chats on the screen. He's a family man. He's got a house to run, man. He's a busy man. And we got other stuff on the way too, guys. Like I got some merch coming and stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, we got lots going on in this world, and it's all because of you guys, man. And I can't thank you enough. But I'm not gonna I'm gonna fucking bury each and every one of you until you get the stream to 100 likes. We're at 54. There's been like 150 of you watching around there, 140. Let's get the likes up to 100, folks. Let's get the likes up to 100. We have Don Callis, Takeshita, Trent, and Fletch backstage here. So let's hear what they got to say. I'll turn this up a bit. So Swerve's the heel. Exactly. They're going to lose. Oh, Chris Benoit comes in. Hit that like button. Crispin, haven't heard from you for a while, buddy. Prince Nana is talking them out of anger. Fuck this. Exactly. They lost me at the chest bumping. Yes, Jonesy. Yeah. I'm just not even interested. You guys, I've been ranting over here. Can you guys tell how interested I am? You know what I mean? I did my announcement over their face-to-face, and it was more interesting than anything. Oh my god. How do I get a green name? I don't stop talking. Danny Soares, you become a member. So you click down below in the link below. You'll see it says become a member on YouTube. and you click that link and it's 99 cents, dude. So it's like nothing. And the reason it's so cheap is because I have 2 channels. If you become a member on either channel, you get the green on your name, and you get to enjoy members only shows that start tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna do my first one, and maybe I'll unveil a little bit more stuff. That's what I'll do. I'll spoil some more Awful wrestling stuff as well about like our show that's coming up and stuff. And maybe Awful can join me if he has time. Maybe that's what we could, kind of set it off there. But either way, you get the green name. It's 99 cents. The reason it's so cheap is because I have 2 channels, and I implore you, if you want to become a member to both, that's sweet. It's $2, But if you become a member of one, that's cool too, and it comes up as green on my side as long as you're chatting on the channel that you became a member to. So thank you all so much. You guys are the best. Now, I did want to talk about NXT. We're getting distracted by Dynamite and all of that, so let's take a breather here and let's go look at NXT, because, man, what a show that was as well. Again, we're not going to dive too deep into every little thing. And you can also gift memberships as well. So if you guys are like, hey, I want this person, they're in the chat and they don't have a membership, but I really want them to have their shit be seen better, or, shown on screen, or you gift them a membership. You can do that as well. Wrestle X says, is it me or do they need to X Excalibur from the table?
Conan!
He needs help. Dude, I'll tell you this right now. Kevin Kelly, I'll give Excalibur this. He's unique, but he's the shits. And Kevin Kelly was talking about, like, commentary with Eric Bischoff and stuff. And I don't know. He's the guy that should have been like the main dude for AEW. I feel like Kevin Kelly, they should have put him in that role. And then if you're going to have Excalibur, he can just be like the mark on the side doing Corey Graves' job. But oh no, he can read the matches really fast and he knows the names of all the moves. Okay, then just have him, like, you can have Kevin Kelly be like, oh my, and a great dive to the outside, and then fucking Excalibur can go, actually, it's a tope con Huron or whatever. Like, with that fucking mask, get heat on the guy. He looks like an asshole. Put heat on him. Like, you know what I mean? Get heat on the guy. He looks like an asshole. He pisses everyone off. Put heat on fucking Excalibur, and then it works. Otherwise, it's so bad. I agree. Could not agree more. And yeah, I don't know. I think Nigel should get even Riccaboni's good too. Although, as Eric Bischoff said, he's fucking weird, dude. The way he went at Kevin Kelly. I implore you guys, if you didn't, check out PWT Podcast episode 65. I dropped the other day. I go in deep. I watched the whole Kevin Kelly fucking interview with Bischoff, or at least I timestamp it and I play key moments and I dive in deep and give my thoughts on it all. And I've been covering it for months and months now. And yeah, Riccaboni really fucking buried Kevin Kelly just out of nowhere for watching a goddamn movie. I keep forgetting the name of it. The Sound of Silence or whatever. The Sound of Silence. It's not that. It's called The Silence or something like that. He watched some fucking movie where apparently if you watch this movie, you're a Donald Trump QAnon neo-Nazi or sorry, YouTube, but that's what you get accused of if you watch this movie. I forget what the hell it's called. And I don't know, Riccaboni was like talking shit in Discord. Like, here's the thing. It's public. It's not like we go, oh, well, like, it's like Riccaboni, it's documented. Kevin Kelly's not making this shit up. Like, it's in a fucking Discord where you can see he wrote the stuff. So, and it's just like a friend talking shit about a friend. So it doesn't really matter what he said. It's the fact that he's talking shit to Marks in the New Japan Discord about and calling fucking Kevin Kelly names and stuff like that when they have a group chat. You can just talk in the group chat and and ask him, hey, are you a fucking, are you a weirdo? Because I'm about to get weird on you, bro, in the Discord. Like, you can hash this shit. It's crazy. Look at all the see, guys, I try to at least show all of the members' chats on screen as we're going, because there's so many of you now. We're growing so big. It's awesome, and I love it. You guys are the absolute best. The producers are okay, but what does that mean? I don't think Kevin had anything related to that in his posts. Ian is an ass. Yeah. I agree with you, bro. But what does that mean? The guys who made the movie are Q. What the fuck does that mean? Isn't QAnon a guy? I thought it was a guy in like the military. We're going to get this stream pulled. Find us on Rumble. But it's like, isn't that like a dude who is leaking info or something? See, I'm not educated enough on this shit, but it's a movie that Hollywood made and then wouldn't Like the people who made it, it got made by like a big company, man, and all this shit. Not like big, but it was like they put millions of dollars into it, and then they just wouldn't premiere it anywhere, and then it didn't air. It didn't get didn't premiere till years later. So, and it was put on like a streaming service first, and it did so good streaming that it then went into the theater or whatever. So it's not like this movie's just some horrendous piece of shit people aren't watching, but either way, man, it's a movement. Okay, see, so I'm too scared to, yeah, we're just getting off it. It's just getting too deep. It's just stupid, you know, it's dumb. It's all dumb anyways. You know what I mean? Like, hey, just just talk your shit, bud. You know what I mean? It's a movement. All these movements are cringe. So let's talk wrestling. Here's the only movement that matters. Ready? The PWT universe. Yeah. It's the only movement that matters right here, folks. So anyways, though, here's the 8-man all-star match. I don't think any of us really give a shit about this. We're going to talk about NXT. NXT. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And because already it's just spot. Guy runs in, gets hit with a move, hit with a move. Guy rolls out. Cassidy's standing there. Ref's not counting. It's Aubrey, too. You guys want me to get offended and everyone get mad at me again on X for talking about Aubrey? Look at her. She's selling moves. No, sorry, guys. We're watching Aubrey. Hold on. Look at her. She's in the way. Get out of the way. Why is she in the way of him hitting the ropes? What's going on? Jesus. Look at, they're all in submission holds in the ropes. Like, Aubrey, count. Start giving people a 5 count. Like, there's DQs, no? Like, start going 1, 2, 3. This is crazy, guys. I'm going to talk about Hendry and NXT, don't worry, but like, look, so now Aubrey's not what? Look at her. Holy shit. Holy shit. Guys, she's putting the chair down and then she turns around like shocked. Woo. And like, look at, why is she there? Okay, Dante Martin's crazy, dude. That was awesome. Yeah, he's the truth, but he's got a, are they going picture in picture? Are they going fucking just to an ad break? I think it's like a picture in picture. Man, Aubrey is egregious. Someone needs to saddle her down. Oh, Jake, I thought you were married, sir. Oh, man. No, I know what you meant, dude. Yeah, so they're in picture, but I still have the feed here. So let me talk about this for just Aubrey so bad. We're gonna keep watching. We're not even an hour deep into the show yet. Ridiculous. We got the Bucks later. Whoo, can't wait. Dante over rotated that. Yeah, we'll talk about NXT here. Hold up. We'll talk about it come the should we watch chat? What do you guys want? You want to watch Aubrey Edward for a minute, or do you want me to go into NXT? You guys let me know. Because here we go. Now it's like breaking down. So where the match broke down at the start, instead of it breaks down later and then everyone does their moves and then like a finish happens because everyone's discombobulated, everybody is doing all the spots and everyone's scattered everywhere and distracted and almost getting DQ'd. And now they're getting into chain wrestling between Kyle O'Reilly and fucking Zack Sabre Jr. I mean, dude. Everything is ass backwards in AEW. So we're going to talk about NXT. So who wrote this one? Kevin Berger. Who knows? Oh man, I need a soda water or something. Here, I'm going to run and grab a soda water. You guys sit right here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
One of the more fluid wrestlers we've seen in a long, long time. Comes flashing out. This guy here opens brings a heavy hand. Big young man. And Riley can take punishment and dish it out. So, what a round kick there.
Oh yeah, soda waters. It's great. Sorry guys, I had to run run in the kitchen quick. Okay, you're all still here. Perfect. Make sure you're in that like, man. We need to get to 100 likes too. Fucking around. We're at 62, not even 69. Come on. We got to get to 100, guys, or I won't shut up about it. And I'm going to put a poll in the chat. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. So over on Pro Wrestle Clips, there's going to be a poll, and it is going to ask, have you enjoyed AEW Dynamite so far? And we'll let you guys do that in the chat there while we talk about NXT. So we're gonna talk about NXT here. I got it pulled up, as you guys see. Thanks for sticking around. As I grab a soda water, I need a soda water. It's great for in the summertime.
Great.
And it's actually good in the wintertime too. It's very crispy. And just as long as if they're lime flavored, as long as CM Punk isn't around with Mindy's Bakery, they're delicious. I shouldn't have borrowed your soda water that one time at that press conference. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not watching. I don't know if I should vote. Just do you. I don't. You're your own person. Okay, Jess, you do your thing. And shout out Jess's kitty. Here we go. So, we had the whole, is this from the right June 18, right? Yeah, that was yesterday. Dummy. So we had, what was this here? The cookout thing. We played that last week. We had a number one contender battle royal though. So the show kicks off, right? And this is really what we're here to talk about, okay? And then like the finale, the show ended amazingly, I thought. So, soda water. What flavor is it? A sparkling beverage, actually. It's a raspberry and acai. That's from Brazil. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't help it. So we said his name and he appeared. WWE said his name. He appeared. He's like the boogeyman. He's like Beetlejuice. They said Joe Hendry. He showed up. So what happened was WWE NXT on X, they put out a video, and it was all of the entrants into this battle royal. And the first person's music who hit was Frankie Kazarian. And he came out, and him and Joe Hendry, actually, if you guys aren't watching TNA and NXT are both must watch, in my opinion. And I've been saying, you guys know, we've been putting fucking TNA over on this show forever. So, Kazarian comes out first. The crowd they don't really like pop hard, but when they realize who it is, they're like, oh shit, they get loud for him. Everyone else comes out. The show goes on air now. So this is what the public's seeing. Javon Evans comes out with the worst fucking trash music. Bouncy. It was the fucking worst theme music I've ever heard for a guy who's as over as Javon. And then, dude, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. From London and Paris. And here, we'll play it, but I can't show it. But goddamn, this was really cool to see. I popped. This video got like 3.5 million views. To put that in context, I think I have it bookmarked on X, but Monet's, Okada's, and Ospreay's debuts combined are just shy or at about 2 million. Joe Hendry got 3.5 million for his fucking, and people go, what does TNA gain out of this? Motherfucker. Let's go right here. Listen to that pop. Whoa, let's play it again. Listen to this fucking pop, guys. Listen to that. Whoa. You would think it was fucking Cena was in the NXT zone again. The NXT zone. Here, sorry, I got the volume. Listen to this pop. Woo! Clap, clap. Claps in the chat, baby. I believe in Joe Hendry. And look at him, dude. And he comes out. And I don't know what he was doing. Like, was he trying to not look at the camera? Like, it seemed like he was struggling of like what to do a little bit, because he looks here. Then he I know he's always like this, but a couple times there, he like, even when he did his backstage promo with Shawn Michaels after, we'll play that because that was like a social media clip. I think I have it bookmarked, but he's like talking with Michaels backstage, and he's like, he starts cutting a promo at the camera, and it's like, dude, It's like, come on now. I don't know. Maybe that's just what he does, but it's kind of, I don't know. He's trying to, you can tell these TNA folk, because Vince's whole thing was like, yeah, don't look at the camera unless you're doing HLA. Then you can look right into my eyes. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, we're not going there. Here we go. But yeah, he makes his entrance. Brilliant stuff. And then he actually gets the mic. And we'll actually play his promo here. And this is what TNA gets for it on 3 million eyeballs. And, you know, NXT universe, they all get to see this. It's so amazing. And then in the Battle Royal, so he cuts a promo. Here, we'll play his promo, and then I'll tell you about the Battle Royal.
And he appears. Joe Hendry is here in NXT.
Yeah.
This Battle Royal was going to be 25 men. But let's be honest, it's 24 men and one sensation. That's because I'm going to walk down to that ring, eliminate every single one of you, go on to become NXT champion, and bring it back to TNA.
Now, they kind of booed him for that. Like, NXT doesn't want to see you take their belt to TNA. They want to see you fucking come here and, you know, do some shit in NXT. But ultimately, you know, we're going to see it, guys. Don't worry. Like, leading up to Mania, here, I'll X-Files myself. My fantasy mark booking is leading up to Mania. Stand and Deliver is like TNA versus NXT Invasion. And then you just, like, TNA should not cross over with the main roster whatsoever unless a main roster guy wants to go to TNA, like AJ Styles, who we'll talk about in a minute here. Like, if they want to do that, cool. But I don't want to see TNA guys showing up on the main roster unless they're super over, or it's like a fucking, you know, someone who was on the main roster before or something like that. But unless it's also the Royal Rumble. Like, if Joe Hendry came out at the Royal Rumble and then gets tossed over or whatever, like, look at Jordan Grace. We've covered it a billion times. Jordan Grace was in last year's Rumble, this past Rumble, and she didn't eliminate anyone, but had the most memorable, like, fucking everyone's still talking about it, you know? And so that's the only time I want to see TNA crossover with the main roster. Otherwise, just NXT. So Stand and Deliver this year, I would have it be culminate in like an NXT TNA invasion type thing, or you do that right before Mania, and then there's some fallout. Like on Stand and Deliver, you can have like, yo, the TNA champ, like the TNA titles getting defended on this card, and the NXT title, and because this last year Stand and Deliver, it was a great show, and Julia Gulia was in the crowd, and everyone was like, oh, so they Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy at Forbidden Door. Oh, it's a great match. Like, fuck, it's so dumb. So that's why he's in this match. Anyways, you know, like it delivered. It stood and delivered, like match wise, and just the vibe, and you know, the whole Julia stuff. But with that being said, it was missing a little je ne sais quoi, you know, it was missing a little I don't know what, and a little something. And I think that TNA, like, you do the card like Invasion, but then you guys remember how like there was the Invasion pay-per-view, WCW, WWE, but then afterwards there was still like some aftermath, and we saw like at SummerSlam, there was some, you know, WCW versus WWE shit and all that stuff. What they need to do is do that with TNA, like have the full-on like NXT TNA takeover. It's a great name for it too, right? You do that event officially where it's like a takeover event, and then maybe TNA does one where it's like a TNA versus NXT, and it's like, and then they can cross promote like, yo, these are two events going down, where like two PLEs or whatever the fuck they want to call it. Maybe, you know, TNA can do it just on TV, or they could make a pay-per-view out of it, whatever. But maybe they could each host their own like Invasion style shows, and then at the Stand and Deliver, it's just like typical Stand and Deliver, but there's a heavy TNA presence here, right? But then anyways, the Battle Royal. So here we'll finish playing this little promo here.
And when the title changes hands, the entire WWE universe will be chanting, "We believe."
We believe. We believe. We believe.
2 pounds of pure motivation. The answer to all life's problems. They believe in Joe Hendry.
Okay, so that's awesome, man. So what happens is everyone attacks Joe Hendry, basically, and then Kazarian eliminates Hendry very first. And I loved it. I know people, "Oh, what are they doing?" Well, Kazarian and Hendry, and the crowd started chanting, "Bullshit, bullshit." Like they want more fucking Joe Hendry. They want more Joe Hendry, and I want more Joe Hendry in NXT. He's been a star. He's underrated for a long time. He's been very underrated. And I believe, man, and I want more of it. And so there was I'm going to find this video. There's a video of Shawn Michaels and Hendry after. Just stay looking at his pretty mug as I search this up. But yeah, there's a video of them like interacting. And I want to play it for you guys. And it's their social media. I wonder if WWE's it's at 5 million views, Joe Hendry. The clip that we just listened to / watched, folks, it's at 5 million views, man. So just absolutely incredible. And here we go. I have this bookmark. So we're going to go back into Phil Mark's bookmarks for a sec here. Let's take a look at the bookmarks. And so you guys will see it. So yeah, Joe Hendry has gained over 3.5 million views. It's at 5 million already in just 15 hours, though. So that's more views than the debuts of Okada, Ospreay, and Monet combined. I already told you guys that. And then I have another bookmark here. So here's Joe Hendry after the fact. Now, this is their socials. And Michaels is like, "I believe," at the end of it. Hopefully something comes of this, you know, like more Joe Hendry, please. But I have a strong feeling it will. I think that there's certain guys they have on their radar, like Grace and Hendry. They'll be in WWE sooner than later. But yeah, let's watch this interaction.
Did you see that? King of TNA? He took the first shot.
So Kazarian throws him out. The crowd's so mad, but I put it over because I'm like, go figure. They do a crossover event, and what's happening? They're progressing TNA storylines and NXT storylines while still making it like, oh my God, anyone can show up and anything can happen. In AEW, we see it right now. No storylines are getting progressed. Perry and all these idiots are just jumping whoever. They're doing a crossover. Oh, Forbidden Door. And they're not even doing crossover storyline angles like this, where like New Japan stories are, they're just going, oh yeah, let's have Ospreay, let's have fucking Saber and Orange just team up. I mean, team up in different teams against each other, then face off right before the pay-per-view. And because it's a dream match, like it's so fucking stupid. This is how you do a Forbidden Door right here. And here's Hendry talking to Shawn Michaels.
Oh, and if it isn't Shawn Michaels, was that your idea out there? 24 men against me, Joe Hendry versus NXT. Well, you know what, Shawn? I can show up anywhere, anytime, on any show. All you got.
See, he why do you look at the camera there and then any show? What does that mean? You know, I'm going to watch NXT after this. Exactly. And TNA. And even if you fucking pirate ship the TNA, I try not to. On YouTube, you can buy a thing and you can watch it. It's like $1 or $2. Watch it, dude. I'm telling you, TNA and NXT are must watch now. Hands down. Here, I'm just trying to show NXT is still tough for me to watch. So much character work, bro. Prohibited Portal. Exactly. This is how you do the Prohibited Portal. Okay. They're progressing TNA storylines between Kazarian and Hendry while also progressing the NXT storylines. And then Javon Evans ends up winning, and then he takes another match later in the night. I'm not going to dive into this whole card. What happens in NXT, though, is that they're all laid out like Ethan Page, Trick Williams, Sean Spears, and another guy. Fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm drawing a blank, but they're all laid out. Javon. It's Javon, Sean Spears, Ethan Page, and Trick, and they're all laid out like in a 4-way with the belt in the middle of them, like they're all laid out at the end. They all beat each other up, hit each other's moves on each other, and then they're all laying there and the belt's in the middle of them with a great shot above everyone's heads. Looks brilliant. And it was just such a great way to end NXT. And that's the title match will be like a fatal 4-way for Trick next. And again, it's a way to protect all the guys and keep Trick strong. So I think we're getting a fatal 4-way. Absolutely right. Is NXT on Peacock? It should be. And man, NXT there. You talk about like progression and what's progressive in wrestling and stuff. This is Shawn Michaels sees the vision. Like they have the women are fucking the women there. The character work they're doing with the women is phenomenal. And then you have these like really good storylines with characters you can't help but get invested in. And it reminds me of old studio wrestling. So just if you enjoy like old NWA or when Power came back, it just reminds me of that. And it's phenomenal. Here we go. So let's finish the rest of this here.
Say his name. I believe. Did you see
Shawn Michaels is fucking goated. Shawn Michaels is goated, dude. Like, what is he doing? I believe, like he knows what's up. He knows what to do. He knows exactly what's up. So, and then from there, so we covered NXT. That was basically the gist of NXT. We can get into like Kiana James is $1 million waiting to just explode, oozing. Kiana James, did I say? Oh my goodness, I did not mean to say she's already on the main roster. I meant, oh my God, I got to find her goddamn name because I'm forgetting. Kalani Jordan, sorry, KJ. That's why I fucked it up there. Kalani Jordan, she's she's waiting to explode on the scene. I'm seeing the vision now. It surprised me when she won the North American title. She's ready for it. Oba Femi's the fucking man. Lola Vice is that chick. Wes Lee's kind of fallen off with me, unfortunately. Fallon Henley is just phenomenal. What else can I put over on this show? The OC and Michin, they're just getting people over, doing their thing. I'm not really into Axiom and Nathan Frazier, not going to lie. Ethan Page is doing great work. And then what's the one girl, Jada Parker? Woo! She's ready to explode too. You're talking about, I love Kalani Jordan, but just back up for a sec. Jada Parker's like the future, dude. She's the truth. She is the absolute truth. And yeah, so NXT was absolutely solid. And then spurning off of this, and I know there's a lot going on. I know the Young Bucks are on screen. They're fighting the Acclaimed. I know that Okada's backstage in Gorilla. This shit all sucks, dude. So I really don't. This will do their lowest rating for the show. This is supposed to be their hottest storyline. And then, yeah, Don Callis approached Rush. But we're talking NXT. I'm so sorry, guys. We're talking like, this is the prohibited portal. This is how you really do the crossover, you know what I mean? Multiverse of wrestling. I'm so sorry. It's, and TNA did an event called Multiverses, I believe, and it fucking phenomenal as well. But anyways, we're moving along here. So some controversy came, not controversy, but just some weird beef between. Now, I don't know if they're working. I don't know if they're shooting. Speaking of prohibited portal, though, before we get into the weird controversial beef or whatever, AJ Styles says, hopefully something like that happens. And he's willing to, he goes, I would say that hopefully something like that happens. It's good for not only talent in the WWE to go to TNA, TNA to come to WWE. It's better for the younger talent. See, guys, that's what I've been saying. They can go to TNA and work a guy in New Japan because they already have that deal. They don't got to worry about WWE and NXTs. You know what I mean? You can send a younger talent over to TNA to do a loop for 9 months. You know what I mean? Sol Ruka, yeah, let's not forget. It's Jada Parker, let's not forget. So we can send we can get a Josh Alexander into NXT or on the main roster, whatever. Like we can do these things, man, and it's only going to make people better. You know what I mean? Eric Young's a vet. He could come to NXT, get some younger guys over, like he already worked in NXT, all the while, who's a young guy like fucking Jada Parker who we're putting over can go over and beat some of the knockouts, or you know what I mean? Getting a text here. So sorry, I'm ranting and raving, but AJ Styles is like, I'll go through the portal. Let's see it. I would love to see if AJ went over and just, fought anyone. What's the story? What is the whatever? Well, the story they're slowly building is there's reason for TNA and NXT / potentially WWE talent to cross over. They're giving the reason. They're building it. They're showing you what the story is, right? Like, someone might be mad about like, the battle royal situation, right? Like, and Joe Hendry saying I'll show up on any show. So like, that's a guy who's so over. If he showed up on SmackDown, like his shit just got 5 million views. If he shows up on SmackDown, is anyone going to be mad? Like, hell no. You know what I mean? It's going to get over. It's going to get a bunch of views. So yeah, exactly. Moose versus AJ. I'd fucking watch that. So money to be made. Ant Evans, he was the UFC. He designed their Hall of Fame. He designed their fucking everything, man. You know what I mean? All the dope, their Fight Pass. He worked with TNA before he works closely with Scott D'Amore. He's coming on PWT podcast in a few weeks, folks, when he's back from vacation. And I interviewed him on Toonie Talk Wrestling, and he thinks TNA is going to get absorbed and won't even be a thing, not even by WWE. He just thinks like, just in general, like TNA will be gone in 18 months, he gives it. I don't think so, man. I disagree with him on that, and we're going to hash that out and dive deeper into that in a few weeks on PWT Pod. So if you're not, man, subscribe to @ProWrestleTimes. We're almost at 1,000 subs, man. I really want to get there. We're at, I think, 3,500 on this channel @Wrestle Clips. So make sure you subscribe to this one as well, and make sure you hit that like button. You guys can't miss the stuff I'm covering. Like, everyone's talking about fucking, Kevin Kelly suing AEW. I talked about that 2 days ago, guys. Like, the dirt sheets ain't, you know what I mean? I already dove deep. Everything you need to know is in PWT Pod, we speculated on all the Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, Hikaleo. We already talked about all that. Now it's happening. What's up? So this is the best place ever for this type of breakdown and info. And I'm showing you guys right here, Cultaholic, shout them out. They broke it. But yeah, AJ saying what your boy Phil Marks has been saying for fucking a month. I'm going, it's good for the young talent. It's good for the vets. It's good for everyone. That's what AJ's saying. Great minds think alike. The earth is flat. No, just
Dummy. Yeah.
So good. Oh my goodness. So, but then some weird shit spurned off of it that had to do with someone who I admire. I love Steph DeLander, who's an absolute incredible talent, and Top Dollar, who you guys have opinions. So they start sort of talking shit back and forth to each other, real kind of deep, like knife cuts, where it's like, damn, really? You guys are really going at it over Joe Hendry here. So even wrestlers are getting after it. So basically, who went 5-0 on predictions for Clash? Phil. Exactly. And that's a common occurrence. That's not even a rare occurrence. Like, we need to do that. Someone needs to keep track. Someone in the PWT universe needs to keep track of all of my wrestling picks and like do a percentage on that. Like, how accurate. I watch all the PLEs with you guys. So anyway, Obafemi versus Moose. Oh, dude, Marty McFlyer would love that, man. He'd be fucking screaming for Obafemi to end Moose, dude. Yeah, so Top Dollar, people call him Flop Dollar. I don't know about it. I like AJ Francis, honestly. The work he's doing in TNA as their digital media champion and before, phenomenal. Honestly, he took Rich Swann, former WWE Cruiserweight champion, who was super over, had some like weird domestic dispute that was then all cleared up, but WWE said nope. And he's been with TNA ever since, done great work. But now he's like, they call him Rich Homie Swan instead of Rich Homie Quan. Hit the Quan. And so, Rich Homie Swan and Top Dollar, they're doing great stuff, man. It's going viral. I love it. I had a tweet that people were like, AJ fucking retweeted it and everything, where I said, what was it? He had like some girl twerking on Joe Hendry. He knocked Joe Hendry out, and then he had some girls like twerking on him, doing the split on him. And I quote tweeted the video from TNA, and I go, what in the Magic City on a Monday is going down here? So, and AJ retweeted it, and he's doing just great, like stuff, like moments. He's like actually creating moments in TNA, sort of, right? Like, not stuff that will stand the test of time, but like shit, dude, stuff that gets replayed and that will be replayed and will be remembered. Like I'll never forget some of the that like that stripper. I don't know who that was twerking on fucking Hendry. Whatever, man. Love him or hate him. Shout out AJ Francis. You know, yeah, you know, him and we like I like the dude, you know. We had a couple not crosswords, but it was like he's like, oh, I'm the best rapper wrestler. And I was like, come on now. And he was like, you know, he came at me. He's like, come on now. You don't be talking shit. He's like, listen to the lyrics and stuff. So whatever, you know, it's all love for me. But he starts, this is weird. So Steph DeLander, who I love, I'm a huge fan. Botch Dollar, everyone's going. Oh my God. I'm a huge fan of Steph DeLander, though, like big time. You guys know that. And she's in TNA as well, dude. And she's doing an angle with PCO where they're actually going to go on a date. She said oui to his love note, which means yes, en français, s'il vous plaît. And they're going to go on a date. But Steph DeLander, Top Dollar says, one day, what I did for Joe. So like Lovely says, everyone should really thank AJ Francis for this. Now, Hendry was super over, but yes, dude, like, I'm sorry, Dolla's kind of right. Like Hendry's getting a lot of views for his TNA stuff that he's doing with Dolla. You know what I mean? Like that's where it really started. Like people were really getting behind this dude in the crowd. Like Joe, if you go back, watch like 2 or 3 or 4 episodes of Impact ago, TNA. And like, you know, Joe Hendry faces off with Dolla and the whole crowd is just singing Joe Hendry's shit. And they always do. And they were just so behind him, especially against Dolla, who's getting great heat. So, R-Truth had bangers. He does, dude. Listen to R-Truth music. Some of them are fucking slap. Same with Montez Ford. Anyways, though, one day what I did for Joe will be studied at wrestling school. In January, we barely made the TNA pre-show, which that pre-show, fuck, man, that's where the stripper was doing. It was phenomenal. And now look at both of us. I know his thing is say his name and he appears, but clearly say my name and people care. Which is just sort of like weird for Dolla to like put himself out there and be like, but he is right. But it's like, why? You don't need to like take credit for his shit, bro. Like you were let go by WWE. And you know what I mean? I'm not hating or anything, but like, you know, it just feels weird to like self-insert yourself into that. You know what I mean? And interject into that. But with that being said, Steph DeLander responds and goes, not Flop Dolla taking credit for another person's success, which is like, what would be their angle in TNA to where they're going to shit talk each other like this? You know what I mean? Max Caster looks, yeah, this shit has gone on way too long, guys. Are you fucking kidding? We're talking about Flop Dolla here, okay? No, I love Top Dollar, AJ. I don't call him that. I don't like that Flop Dolla shit, but I also don't get triggered by it, you know? But yeah, so we're talking about AJ Francis here. And so Steph DeLander, like, why would she go not Flop Dolla taking credit for another person's success? And it's weird that he interjected himself. It's fucking pretty funny that she like stood up for Hendry or whatever she's doing here. But what would this be like TV wise? Like, I'm just sitting here going like, they're not, unless like we get PCO with DeLander in his corner fighting like Rich Homie Swan in Dolla's corner and for like the digital media championship. And we're building to that. Okay. You have something there. But yeah, the Acclaimed win. Obviously, we knew we were gonna. That's just
yeah.
If they weren't, it wouldn't be a title eliminator, and they're gonna get 50-50 booked, and the Bucks are gonna fucking defend at the pay-per-view. Anyways, back to this. So, you know, Dolla quote tweets her and goes savage as well. He goes, "Okay, let's do it." Quote: You got over 6 months too late. You on why you wouldn't date Joe Hendry anymore. So I think she used to actually date Joe Hendry, or he's just taking a shot like you're only date guys, like you only hang around Cardona, and they didn't date, I know, but you only hang around Cardona, and then you started dating Mance Warner, who shout out Mance Warner. He's fucking over as fuck with me too, and he is over now too. Like in GC Dub, I think he's their world champ. And here's the thing though, like Mance will throw hands with Dala. Dala ain't afraid. He'll fucking throw hands. So like this could be a real thing brewing, or yes, PCO's going for that digital media title. You know what I mean? And then I think there was a response to this, or no, I think that might have been it. But yeah, he's like, okay, let's do it. Whatever. Let's see if Steph Delander responded to this. Let's check it out and see if she... No, like, I don't think she even responded to this whatsoever after that. Yeah, no, she didn't. But either way, though, it was just weird for him to, like, do that, you know? And then she just owned him. Hopefully it's working towards, like, PCO standing up for her. Otherwise, like, her real-life man, Mance Warner, and him might have to have real-life situation. And those guys will both throw fucking mitts, you know? So... I don't know. There's my Joe Hendry NXT Steph Delander Top Dollar drama review right there, folks. I don't know. No one's going to cover this either. That's why PWT's the go-to show, because like no one's going to talk about that shit. And we have Dynamite going on here, and Okada came on the screen, and we cover it ad nauseum on the show. AEW's bad t-shirt designs. So there's like Tony Storm's like chin up, chin tits shoe. And it's like, who's going to wear that? You have Britt Baker's black eye. Who's going to wear that? You have fucking Powerhouse Hobbs like black, jacked, and packed or whatever. Who's going to wear that? Scully Vibes will wear it, you know, but who else is going to wear it? I'm just kidding. But like, who else is going to wear it? Okay, we all need to shut the fuck up because Mariah May and Mira Shirakawa is getting in the fucking ring, but really quickly, though, look at their latest one. Shut up, bitches. And it's Okada in a car. What the fuck is with these AI generated? Like, we had Nick Wayne's mom, Nick Wayne with a BBL in a car. What's with all these shit ass random AI generated cars behind people with shit saying, shut up, bitches? Like, this shit is fucking grade schooler designs. AI generated elementary school 6th grader fucking merch made for and by 6th graders. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? We cover it all the time, but what another just awful shirt. Now, focusing our attention to, my word, I mean, Mariah, this isn't her best outfit we've ever seen her in. Not outfit shaming at all. She still looks finer than wine, but Mina, my. Again, she ups herself once again. Yeah, HLA. Capture HLA, I'm back in. Exactly. A little kiss, and we're going to see Storm come out, and we're going to pay attention to this because this is our main event, folks. 20 minutes after the top of the hour, here's our main event. So here's Timeless. I'll turn this up. But yeah, let's see. This will be, again, a great match. But, like, Tony's just going to defend against Mina. We already know.
I just think you're right. I think it's going to be very difficult to dethrone Tony Storm. Thanks, Tom. You're welcome, Taz.
Ladies, icon, friends.
Why isn't there like Chris Daniels or someone mediating this alongside Mariah May? Like, it's so dumb.
And I understand you need
Chris Daniels, the authority, only when they need him to be the authority. Not for any other storylines.
And no matter what happens at Forbidden Door, Mariah, shout out.
Thirstcast, I need a drink. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I use soda water. It's the best.
Here's Stardom.
It's hydrating, but it's fizzy too. It really kills that hankering for soda.
You became a star. The champion. You got soft.
So she said, as a champion, you got soft. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'm still here, bro. Oh, let me end this poll. 88% of you guys said no. Not surprised. We're at 72 likes. Let's get us to 100, folks. 120 of you in here. 88% of you said you don't like this. We want Mina? Yeah.
Nobody wants you. I'll forbidden door. I'll take your title and my God.
And my girl, she said, she's going to take. She's going to take Mariah May. Yeah, I'm going to take her on my plane. Yeah. I'm going to take her on my plane. Is she a paralegal? She said she'll slap her tits off. That's hilarious. Let's get those likes up, guys. 100. Let's get to 100. She goes like, yeah, grab a bowl and line up, talking about eating her. Shit's hilarious. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but chin up, tits out. Watch for the shoe. She's gonna throw a shoe, or no, she didn't throw the shoe. I don't know. Good stuff. Like I don't know. You guys know why we're enjoying this right here. It's not like this is and they're fighting over Mariah May, I guess. Yeah, let's put Mariah May in a cage and suspend her above the ring. Get Vince Russo in here. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who's coming out now? So now Paige and Harley Cameron. Okay. Okay, I didn't come alone, bitch. So Anna Jay is... So I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just trying to... So Paige comes out with Harley Cameron, who's now in a faction with Anna Jay. And this is all... And I know... Trust me, guys. I know how Tony Khan thinks, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly what he's doing. This is because he needs a 6-man tag team match so that Mariah May, Tony Storm, and Mina, pardon me, before the pay-per-view will team up in a 6-man against these three, and then they'll face off, and then they'll pull on her arm. They'll try and do like a... It's just so stupid that why would Anna Jay randomly team with people who like she's wrestled against and shit, who beat her? I'm pretty sure, like, I don't fucking know, man. Doesn't make any... This is stupid, but... And guys, yeah, who killed WCW? I see in the chat. We're gonna watch that on Patreon. I'm gonna watch it with you guys on Patreon as well. So consider joining that. It's gonna be stuff you don't find on stuff that will get DMs like copyright stricken on YouTube. Like, because even if you play a 10-second clip of something, they go so hard on you, man, especially the bigger the channel gets. So it's like, on Patreon, I'm going to watch shit that would get that like I want to watch with you guys that would get stricken otherwise. That is like, okay, come on. I'm just trying to do a reaction. You know what I mean? Yeah, that segment was whatever. I mean, we know it was an A+ for me. It was a double D for me. I mean, A+ for me. But yeah, I'm going to watch Who Killed WCW with you guys after coming up here. We'll do every episode. I think it's like a 3 or 4 part series or 6-part series. Maybe I don't fucking know. 3-part, I think, 4-part. So it's already almost done. So yeah, we'll do that. Tough Enough. I'm gonna watch with you guys on Patreon. I'm gonna do like season 1, and we're gonna watch it and laugh and you know what I mean. So it'll be a good time. man, that was what it was. So let's dive back into Phil Mark's bookmarks, I guess, guys. How's chat doing? Are we at 100 likes? Let me just talk to chat for a second here and hang out with you guys. I'm going to have a little Perry pack, on the Perry pack tonight. We're at 78 likes. Come on, chat.
You what?
Get that up to 100. Get that up to 100, folks, and I'll stop talking about it. So far this Dynamite, whatever. I mean, what are some positives? Let's extrapolate some positives. I mean, Swerve and Ospreay are trying. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Let me think. Nothing. I mean, Roosh and MJF had a solid match, I guess, and Roosh, at least he's getting, I wouldn't say a push, but like some shine. But then they muddied it up with the Gates of Agony and that random Lucha guy right after, who's dressed like fucking Bane from Tim Burton's Batman. I don't know, dude. Which one was that? Batman Forever? Which one was that with Bane and Poison Ivy? So I don't know, man. It's really not hitting with me, Yeah, chat. I like Mina said, yeah, me too, Jonesy. Me too. Me too. Good point, Robbie. What's Robbie saying? I'm just waiting for you guys to get those likes up, and then we're gonna talk about Dave and laugh at him a little bit. And I only got a little bit of Dave stuff, but I got this and that to just play you and talk about here. Well, I've seen all I need to see. Good night. Yes, Scully, I'm right there with you. Hockey fans, Edmonton Oilers coming back, fucking murked the Panthers 2 games in a row. Talking about WCW. So they put the Owen Turney matches back to back. How dumb. Exactly. Should have opened with one of them, closed with one of them, but they don't know what they're doing. My last attempt to watch Dynamite, I'm out. Yeah, well, just stay here and listen to me clown it. Like I'm in Phil Mark's bookmarks. It always happens. It happened earlier in this show than I anticipated. Usually around the 1 hour mark, we're like, fuck it. Let's see what Phil's got in his bookmarks. But yeah, this episode, we didn't last that long, guys. It really took a turn for the worse there. And the Young Bucks match, I mean, who gives a shit? It's all just floundering a little. We're at 82 likes, guys. We're almost at the 100. I think there's 18 of you out there who could hit that like button, and then we'll talk about Dave and do some other stuff here. So the Owen, is that what they call it? The OE, whatever the fuck they call it, is going down. And yeah, they're going to do these 2 matches back to back. So Chris Statlander, Nyla Rose, I predict they put on an actual solid match. And then Claudio and Pac will put on a fucking classic if it meant something and if this tournament meant anything, which it doesn't, Young Bucks lost, so 30K fans. Yeah, dude. I let Phil watch so I don't have to. Yeah. Stick around for Stat. Yeah, you guys want the pretty dude. Stat is something, man, as well. But here we go. Hopefully we got the likes up. 83. You guys are trying.
Nope.
We're not there. I'm calling for help here. Come on, man. Let's get to 100. So the tournament here, the Owen. We have Claudio versus Pac, Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. Glad he's in it and not someone who's in AEW. Ray Phoenix versus Jay White, and then Jeff Jarrett versus a wild card. Not one Canadian. Then on the women's side, no wild card. So, all right, why is that a thing on one side and not on the other side? My prediction, Ricochet is on that one side. Anyways, though, Willow versus Deeb, Nyla versus Stat, and then I missed the other side of the bracket. So it is what it is. They're doing a big intro for Stat. Stokely's walking her out, and they're giving her a big rolling out the red carpet, if you will. And yeah, so hit the guy button, likes. Yeah, do that, please. If you're just tuning in, thanks, Jimmy B. Yeah, she's got new shitty music. And you guys want to talk about something on the show, too? You guys want to, well, here's the thing, right? Mikey Ruckus makes the music for Dynamite, right? I was thinking about doing this as a whole segment on the show. I still might. And then you have who are the people who do WWE's music that everybody's shitting on? Def Rebel. Okay, well, look at how Def Rebel handles the shit online, and look at how Mikey Ruckus handles the shit online, dude. Craziness. Damn, Nyla got a big pop. Okay. Her 2024 record is 1-0. She said one match. So she ain't winning this goddamn tournament, but they popped hard for her. Is she like a hometown or something? You know, like, is she from Virginia? Is that where they're from? Fairfax, Virginia? Yeah. So good for her, I guess. I don't know, but she's probably going to lose to Stat. What a novel idea tournament. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, I'm peeping the likes here, and we'll dive into Phil Marks' bookmark. 84. Okay, you guys are trying here. So who's interested in this match? Am I going to call this match, or are we going to do Phil Marks' bookmarks, chat? Let me know. I could do play-by-play. Phil, when was the last time anyone gave two shits about Flatlander? I don't know. I like her, dude, a lot. I really do. But she needs some direction. I like they did something with her, go heel, you know. I don't know. They're trying. In WWE, she would be main roster. They'd fucking push her to the moon. I feel like she has the look, the size, all that. Bookmarks, F this. Yeah. Okay, we'll get into the bookmarks. And then Nyla was born I mean, whatever, dude. That's all. I mean, whatever. I'm not getting into all that shit, bro. We're not fucking. So the bookmarks, dude. We have a lot of Dave to talk about, but last show, if you guys didn't, I did a deep dive and I missed this clip, and I wish I didn't, because I didn't see it beforehand. But I talked about the Insane Clown Posse's Violent J. He's friends with Colt Cabana, I guess, and he fucking attacked Punk and was like, "You didn't shake our hands in TNA, and you're a little bitch, and I shared a bank account with my mom," and all this stuff. And so I didn't have this clip, but I wanted to bring it here. Because, yeah, it was interesting. And then Ryback was like, "See, I'm not the only one who doesn't like Punk." Meanwhile, fucking Violent J's a tweaker, bruv. Pay attention to him on any interviews he's been doing. He's tweaking. But here's what Punk said years ago about ICP 20 years ago that I didn't play on the last show. I totally botched and didn't. Let me turn this down. And I missed playing this. So here's Punk's thoughts on ICP. And this is why he didn't shake your hands, folks.
You might as well put your asshole across your forehead, because that's all you are.
No wonder Cornette likes fucking Punk, dude, because Corny hates ICP as well. Stacked Lander, yeah. Okay, so that, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wish I played that on the last one. Here's a close-up look. We're just gonna look at some stuff I had bookmarked. So here's a close-up look at the Wyatt 6. You know, Awful disagreed, said it's gonna flop. I don't think so. I think it's gonna do really well. That Nikki Cross porcelain mask, choice, dude. It's great. It's great. So yeah, I like all of this, man. I'm down with all of this. And I don't know. I just bookmarked it for a closer look. I guess they're not going to wear these while they wrestle. You know, they'll take them off. They'll look relatively normal and dirty, I think. CM Punk has always been a 5 out of 5 promo, and in Japan, 7 out of 5. No, just kidding. Meltzer would give him a -2. Yeah, we got a lot of Meltzer to talk about, so make sure you're polishing your flutes, guys. We need flutes in the chat too, coming up here right away. But also, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, who was on the show earlier, and I covered on PWT podcast 65, which just came out yesterday, and I covered on that show, man. He had this weird interaction with an e-girl. Now, did he also hook her up and give her like a bunch of views and shit like that? Yeah, so it's his cross to bear if he wants to use this, because it is pretty dope that MJF he healed on this chick, and then a bunch of people, but he did say like ruthless shit to her, but then a bunch of more people checked out her stuff and probably got her a lot of hits and stuff. So that's sort of like him hooking her up in a way, if you want to play devil's advocate, but it was sort of cringe. His interaction with her was pretty goddamn cringe. And then here's a cringe tweet MJF put out like today, I guess, and then he fucking deleted it. And so at the MJF says, here, we'll pull this up big here. Holy fuck, I can't do this anymore. It's a bunch of 16-year-olds that are now coming for me. That's why I think he was actually being cringe and real with that e-girl the other day. And if you guys didn't see, check out PWT Podcast 65. I cover it. I go over their back and forth. She actually kind of owned MJF with a little dick joke. And those are like low-hanging fruit, but he made like a, oh, pull your tits out joke. So that's low-hanging fruit. But also he makes dick and fat jokes all the time. So, and that's corny. Like on AEW, it's like, yeah, I mean, once in a while, whatever, but it's just like he does it so often. So she kind of owned him with his own shit. So it was funny, but yeah, dude, Maxwell goes, holy fuck, I can't do this anymore. It's a bunch of 16-year-olds that are now coming for me because I wrote war instead of genocide. When I repeatedly have spoken out against killing innocent Palestinians, I'm never commenting again. Twitter is clearly not a place for intelligent conversation. Unreal. And I'm sitting there like, MJF.
You what?
You didn't know that the cesspool that is Twitter is fucking
Dummy. Yeah.
full of dummies and that it's not good for intelligent conversation? You just figured that out? That's unreal to me. Not to cook MJ. I've been cooking you lately, bro, but it's like, first off, I can't do this anymore. Do what? Don't read your Twitter. Don't tweet about war and Palestinians and shit. That's crazy, you know? Like, why even get involved in that stuff? It boggles my mind when people like go out of their way, you know? The only time we ever delve into it and give our thoughts is when like Donald Trump's a WWE Hall of Famer. So I'm going to cover that shit. I'm not going to get into all this. I don't care. You know, it's stupid. I can't control that stuff. This is good, fun time. Pro wrestling is supposed to be a bit of an escape. Yes, wrestlers are real people, but for the love of God, dude, don't. And I get it, like, because isn't he? Here's the problem with the whole conflict, and I don't understand it. I don't get what is the right. Everyone's like, you see all these protesters for one side, and then everyone gets dragged on Twitter if you support another side. And I see Mojo Rawley saying this shit, and then I see Maxwell saying different shit, or maybe it's the same. I don't know. I don't understand. War is just messed up in general. Stay out of it, MJF. Just stay out of it, because a bunch of bots are going to say, like, just stay out of it. Just talk wrestling shit. And here's the thing with MJF. He talks shit to an e-girl. I covered it way back on the show. It got no fucking traction, but everyone's going to start bringing this stuff up, right? Everyone's going to start bringing it up after your boy Phil does. But go back and look at Maxwell's Twitter interactions. Like, when he went away from AEW, I covered this on the show like months ago. He went away from AEW, right? A month ago or whatever. And then he was off Twitter. Right? He was gone from Twitter. Nothing. Not a peep. All of a sudden, his ex-girlfriend gets a job. His current girlfriend gets a job at Dynamite. He returns. She's interviewing him. Fine, whatever. But his ex-girlfriend, like, Maxwell disappeared and he didn't tweet shit out forever. And his ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance, mind you, made a painting. She paints wrestlers and shit. Made one for The Rock. And then Maxwell Jacob Friedman's great return to X was, let me tweet out, let me go, The Rock just wants my sloppy seconds, like simping for your ex, dude. Like, that's your triumphant return to X after like, the bidding war of 2024 flopped. So just his Twitter interactions are fucking weird. I'll be the one to say it. People go, he's just playing a character, but what character is this going? I can't do this anymore. It's a bunch of 16-year-olds. I'm never commenting again. Twitter is not a place for intelligent conversation. Like, no shit. A 13-year-old will tell you that, bro. And yeah, it's I wrote war instead of Gene G3 side. I just don't know if YouTube likes the guy. Sorry. When I repeatedly have spoken against killing innocent Palestinians, just don't talk about it, bro. Just do not talk about it. It's that simple, MJF. You know, just stay out of it. So
emotional damage.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Can't let Twitter get to you like that. I'll definitely throw half hour arguing and shit, and then you plug the show, you dip out. That's so I don't know. I get it. I get the grind. It's promote all that, but just stay the fuck out of it then, if you don't want. And he deleted it. So, and you're allowed to do that. People are like, oh, he deleted this tweet. Yeah, you're allowed to delete shit that you think that you think is differently or think differently upon when you look back on it. Like he might have been heated and then, you might think differently an hour later, you fucking delete it. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to block anyone you want. You're allowed to fucking retweet anything you like. That shit shouldn't offend people. But at the end of the day, he got sensitive about it. So, hey, yeah. And look at his Twitter activity. It gets cringe, man. And then you come into this show tonight. Okay. Was it a little lackluster? I would say, I don't know. Me and Awful put it over. Awful even said he liked that. And so it's just, I think what was lackluster and put a sour taste in my mouth about it was the whole Brian Cage shit after, and just, yeah, you know what I mean? That would have been good like next week as a go-home show, but instead, like, is MJF even on Forbidden Door? I can't remember. But either way, I wanted to cover that before we get into everybody's favorite segment of the week. And you all know what it is called, but we're not doing it yet. We're not doing it yet. I want to see a couple more likes on this video here. We're at 85. So 15 people who have not hit like. You hit that like button, and we're going to play some flutes. Right now, we're going to talk about Dynamite for a couple more minutes here and pull up this card once again. So we have the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, dude. And he's confronting Private Party with that security guard who I think he kicked Darby in the head that one time. So here's Jericho. Yeah.
Whenever someone tried to use that move on me, I said, that doesn't work for me, brother. And
oh my God, he just said that doesn't work for me, brother. Oh my God. You guys, I said it from day one. It's fucking Jera Hogan. No one said that shit before PWT. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Are you fucking kidding me? It's Jera Hogan, dude. He just said that doesn't work for me, brother. Oh my God, dude. You can't make that shit up. Hilarious. Oh my God. I'm going to show you guys something. Wait. Oh my God. You guys don't want to see it. Oh man. You guys, can I just show you some cringe shit? Like, you're going to, I don't know. Do you guys want to see it? It has to do with Top Dollar. Before we get into Meltzer's moment, Garcia's going to come and wiggle his dick. Do we really need to? I'm going to show you some shit from Top Dollar, and you guys are going to absolutely lose your minds. You're going to lose your minds. So hold on a second here. First, we were talking about Jera Hogan. Yeah. Here, I want to tweet out about Jera Hogan, so please allow me to do that, guys, while we watch Garcia wiggle his dick and his little black itchies there. Show it. I'm going to show it. You guys are going to get so mad at me.
Garcia's opponent on Titus. Easy now, getting a jump on Garcia. Yeah, Titus, former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. He is no joke, buddy. Everybody's got to do this, huh?
Oh man, Jericho's a PWT listener, confirmed or what?
Our top 10. Has anybody been better than Daniel Garcia in the last 6 months? There's a lot of eyes all over Garcia.
So yeah, was this advertised? So this is the only advertised match. The only thing left to our surprise is Garcia versus a random fucking Stevie Richards lookalike. You know what I mean? Like, no, shout out this guy, but like, come on, man. I don't know what's going on. Here, I'm going to show you guys something. It's going to make you guys mad probably. So just a heads up here. I wish I had a drum roll. I'm going to download do a drum roll sound effect. Look at this. Look at Top Dollar, bro. He just quote tweeted.
You what?
Chat, how do you feel about this? Chat, how do you feel about this? Oh my God. Hold up. No, you two might not like this. I don't know. What a fucking hilarious spirit. I ain't even saying. That's funny he even did that. That's wild, man. That is so funny. And then he goes, how has nobody put the digital media title on this picture yet? TLC. Is this real? I don't get it. Is that a photoshopped in belt? Like, does he want someone to Photoshop in the digital media belt? Oh my God, man. Please put yo, pause all that. Let's go. Oh my God. That shit's good, man. So what just happened? Did Osprey's music just hit and then MJF hit the ring? Is that what just happened? I just popped in the show and this is what I see, Phil. Hey man, tell that to the timeline. Tell that to AJ Francis. Tell that to the PWT universe who wanted to see it. They demanded it. I just do. What is this? Hey, it's Thirstcast, ladies. I just popped back in to see that. Hey, hey. So this is like what? Is this the main? No, there's still one more match. So instead of just doing this segment, they had a Garcia match. And now Osprey's hitting the ring. So hold on. I'm telling you guys right now. So MJF is teaming with Will Ospreay. This shit is trash, dude. Here's the thing. Ospreay did get a good pop. Here's the thing, though. If this is just to get, they're going to get like a 3-way match with MJF in a 2 down the line or something. Like, this is just to interject MJF in the title shit. See? So, like, Osprey's going to beat fucking Swerve, and then it's going to be like Wembley. At Wembley, it'll be Ricochet, Osprey, or it'll be fucking MJF, Osprey, which is... But they're both tweener bruvs. So it's like, okay, you're both tweeners. Who gives a shit? You know? That's the problem. Establish one of them as a deep, dark heel. Establish one of them as a good, jolly old bruv. And then it works. You know? Otherwise, like, who gives a shit? But yeah, he did get a good pop. Here's Garcia as well. Garbage. But at least we're seeing stars laced throughout the show. And the only thing not announced, was this Garcia shit. And then it's like, yeah, we'll go for the belt, bruv. And like, yeah, we'll see this on Dynamite. Garcia versus fucking Osprey. Who cares? That's trash, bro. That is straight garbage. Okay. An 8-man tag next week. Is that what it is? Osprey, MJF, Garcia, Daddy Mac Cage's crew. Book it. Ugh. If that's what happens, man, I absolutely. So here's the thing. That was good. Like, everyone was getting pops. The crowd chanted, holy shit. Obviously, it's going to be, MJF. I was weary on that, but it'll eventually be Osprey. So this is, here, I'll X-Files myself, okay? We're going to fantasy mark book before we get into this main event, and then we're going to play flutes, and we're going to do Dave Meltzer's moment of the week. You guys already know what it is. So the truth is out there. Swerve's gonna drop at Forbidden Door, and then we're going to have Osprey carry both belts. Billy 2 belts. We're getting the whole Billy 2 belts. But or he drops it after. So, like, it's hard because Wembley's coming up, right? When is All In? It's in the summer, correct? Let's look it up together, chat. All In 2024. August 25th. So that's in a couple months, man. We're on June 19th. So July, August, 2 months. And so we're going to see Swerve lose the shit, or his big plan is a 3-way at Wembley. That's Tony's plan. He's either going to do, because he can't pick one, and I'll get roasted if I do it any other way. So it'll either be a 3-way at Wembley, or fucking Osprey will win the shit at Forbidden Door, and then we'll get Osprey versus MJF 1-on-1, where Osprey will defend the belt, but I also could see him getting fucked out of the belt, and then still holding his international belt, and then finally winning it all, but he's already has the international belt, so it wouldn't really be winning it all at All In. Like, he had a culminating moment. So this is how I fantasy mark book it. Here we go. I'm doing it again here. So I would take everything from Ospreay. I'd Drew McIntyre his ass at Forbidden Door. I'd have Swerve come away with the belt because of Max. Like, you got to get someone hot here with heat, but MJF's a fucking babyface, so it's all messy and shitty and gross. But I'd have Max cost Ospreay the title, the world title. Then I would have fucking Max cost Ospreay his international title in a match against Swerve. Okay. And then I would have Max. So then everyone's like, oh shit. And then I would have Max fucking beat Swerve, like get a number one contender, beat Swerve. See, there's not enough time to do all this. So we're just getting a 3-way. So I'm going to shut the fuck up. I'm giving you guys a year layout is what I'm doing here. Right. Like, then I'd have Mac, like I'd have it where Ospreay loses everything. And then at All In, he makes the boyhood, the bruvhood dream come true, bruv. But it's 2 months, so that would all be convoluted. We're getting the 3-way. It's obvious. So now Brian Cage is, so we have the Gates of Agony is like feuding all the top baby faces. So yeah, we're gonna get a like, here's the problem, right? This is how fucking stupid AEW is and Tony Khan is. So Ospreay, like the whole, unless they don't put the belt on him at Wembley, but that's just stupid. But listen, this is how dumb they are. Ospreay is chasing a belt and going after Swerve while he's a fucking champion of this belt that's supposed to mean its own thing. Do you guys understand?
Dummy. Yeah.
Like, there's no you're already a champ, so it's like you don't lose anything. This belt doesn't mean shit because you're defending it against jobbers, and you didn't really have to work hard to get it. You just came in the company and got it. So it's like, it means absolutely nothing. And meanwhile, you have this belt that's supposed to be all prestige. Like, let's say in their kayfabe storyline, Orange Cassidy defended the belt forever, and it's this prestigious belt that Moxley held, and now Ospreay has it. Okay, cool. So, like, you're not chasing anything. You already have a championship belt. Like, you already have fucking gold. Like, you're not a stat. You're going after it. You won this belt, so you can go after another belt. You're not like, I want to defend this belt against the best international talent, bruv. Nope. Just like, nah, I'm just gonna like fight random jobbers in AEW, and then, which makes sense, but it's like, I'm going to chase the world title now. It's so stupid. That part of it doesn't make sense. And it's ass backwards, and there's no chase. Like, how do you sympathize with the guy who has it all already? Oh, $8 million contract, bro. And I just get strapped up right when I come in world title match. Barely had to work for it, bruv. Random match in Jacksonville. Got the match, bro. It's just bad. It's really bad. Let's be honest, man. And let's shut out Pac and Claudio. So they're going to have a WWE match right here. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be great. And these two guys always stay in shape, always look like $1 million. The boyhood bruv. Yeah, the bruvhood dream. It's for the sickos, bud. Exactly. It's for the sickos. I love the sickos. You know, there's no making sense of it. They just want a triple threat so that they can go, oh, they're in a triple 3 big names in a triple threat. That works on the indies. Okay, this Dynamite main event's going down. I don't know who's going to win here. Pac's been doing jobs, man. I don't know. I don't know why Danielson's on commentary. I'll just say fucking Claudio wins. I don't know or give a shit, to be honest. But these two will throw down, but they're already on the outside of the ring. Just tell it's what Tony likes, right? It's what Kevin Kelly said. Go listen to that interview. He exposes Tony Khan. He's like, these guys come in and they get hurt and they drop themselves on their fucking heads because that's what Tony likes. And then when they're injured, they go, when I come back, I'm going to go even crazier because that's what Tony likes. So we're going to watch this main event. I'm going to grab a soda water. And then we're going to polish our flutes, get flutes in the chat, and we're going to do a Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week coming up here, guys. Don't worry. I know why y'all tune in. I didn't think I had much. I got quite a bit of Dave for you guys, actually. So it's going to be really good here. But yeah, I'm gonna just get a soda water. You guys don't go anywhere, or or I'll punish you another way, or else I'm gonna make you look at that. I'll either make you guys look at AJ Francis's picture again, or I'll call my singing bruv. I'll call my singing Meng. We'll have ourselves a hoedown. Listen, I'm gonna get a soda water. I'll be right back.
That's what you're dealing with Claudio Castagnoli. Well, we will get more on this as this match continues in picture in picture. Don't go anywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm here. Don't worry. Guys, we're at 92 likes. Guys, there's 126 of you in here. I know for a fact 8 of you didn't hit like. Hit like, please. We're at 92. I won't ask any more of you guys. We need 8 more likes before we fucking dive into Dave, okay? Pause. Hold on. Wait. Suscast. Let's go, chat. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. Thank you, Denisha. Here, I'll put this up. Let's get those up. Let's get those up. The reruns of the first 48 are good tonight. Thank you, Wrestling Russ. I'm so glad how invested you are in the graps, my good bud. No, don't. We don't shame. We don't judge, you know. I do this shit. That's the thing, though. A lot of these shows, and I'm not, listen, a lot of these other shows, man, they don't watch the shit, but they got all the opinions. They don't watch the shit, but they're quick to make fun of AEW. They don't even watch it every week. You know, at least I watch it. So you guys know that I'm coming at it with like the purest, like I'm trying to enjoy it. This match is doing good. You know, this is like, I wish they didn't go outside of the ring first thing, but I think they're trying to wake up the crowd a bit. But again, be different, like wrestle a good match. And then that's how you're different in this company, you know? But yeah, I can't wait till Claudio goes back to WWE. That's one of the guys like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Claudio and Gunther? Claudio and Gunther? Cannot wait. The Bucks made me turn the chat. Don't they do that a lot? I think that'll be the lowest rated segment. And are you guys excited for Mine and Awful's podcast? You know, I saw a lot of your name suggestions. Listen, I'm a writer. I do it for a living. Maybe I'll handle that. No, man, I love it. Round of applause to all of your suggestions. Maybe I'll handle the creative aspect of that. I have pure creative control here. Yeah, I'm taking things over. I might rewrite the whole. That's the thing with PWT live show, folks. I might rewrite the whole show, pal. Yeah, I might rewrite the whole show right as it starts. Oh, oh, come on now, Vince. Oh my goodness. Some podcasts definitely have like 4 guys, 1 to 2 watch the shows. Yeah, you know, and it's like, all right, so what do we fucking, what's going, even Awful. That's why you got to love Awful, you guys. He fucking sits here and he wouldn't watch the shit if he wasn't, if it wasn't for your boy Phil going, no, watch the shit and let's talk about it. And even if you guys don't watch it too, you don't have to. You listen to me talk about. I'll tell you anything you need to know, and I'll start screaming and getting excited when it's something you need to see. Right? Wow, man, Pac is spectacular with that top rope moonsault there. But again, after that 6, man, like it just takes away from Pac. Like you're taking away from the flips he's gonna do goddamn later a little bit, you know. But this is a good paced match. They're just pacing it out. See, here's where they go to the outside. They should have saved it till here. Right at the start of the match, they went to the outside. They should have saved it. Wrestling Russ for $5. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I'll give you a round of applause. Now cover him, Pack. Don't be stupid. Tornado DDT'd him on the outside. No, he's going to be stupid. I do record it and watch. Not ashamed to say it. I honestly want them to be great. Oh no, this is great, Wrestling Russ. It is. We are great. We're for the sickos, but we're so great. Make sickos great again. Make AEW great again. That's what we gotta do, guys. Is make AEW great again. And unfortunately, that still comes out as MAGA. But dude, yeah, consume it how you get it, how you got it. What does Alfred say, chat? I forget. Get it how you got it. You know, just do your thing, bro. No one's judging you here. I tell you guys, I watch OV Dub. Do you think it's all good? It actually is booked pretty well, but it's kind of, they could do more. Obviously, some of it's a little cheesy, but I also watch like MLW. They do some of the they'll do intergender hardcore matches where people stop the match and start making out and like they're off the wall, and I'll watch it. You know, I don't break it down as excessively because MLW is not saying they're number 2 in the world, and they don't talk about the key fucking demo. It's 8:02. We are now into the overrun as well. And Tony Khan, after all of the NXT TNA stuff, Tony Khan said it. You know, there will be an overrun. Make sure you tune in. Such a mark, like surprise people. You know, it's so stupid. But at least there's guys like credible guys on during the overrun. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. And yeah, don't be ashamed, bro. Never be ashamed of your markdom. We don't shame here at PWT. You said wrestle a good match. According to Melted Head Meltzer, they're all 9 stars. Yeah. Jamie Earhart for $5. Thank you. I will give you a
Dummy. Yeah.
Bonus.
That's what you get. You get 3 there. You said wrestle a good match according to Melted Head Meltzer. I like that one, Melted Head Meltzer. They're all 9 stars. Yeah. And we're going to talk about it. So I want to see some flutes get polished. We got over 100 likes as well. We're at 101. So we're at 104, man. Holy shit. I will stop asking. You guys stop worrying. I appreciate you all so much for that. Round of applause for Jamie Earhart. Actually, I'll give you guys a little horn. So let's turn up here because we're going to get some flutes going, flutes in the chat, and we will get some, we're going to dive into Meltzer's moment here of the week. But yeah, dude, you're right. They're all 1 million stars, but that's obviously his bias, his bullshit. And even when other people give stars to shit, I don't care. I give you guys my rating, but I know they don't mean that part of it's all subjective. But if I provide an official, here's the problem, Meltzer. He doesn't give a real criteria. So if you give us a criteria, then we can go, oh, okay, this is the criteria. This is what we judge it off. But he doesn't do that. So I at least tell you guys, like, okay, who it is, where it is, the build, what they do in the match, all of those things matter. You have to factor all of that into the stars, you know? So yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for the super chat. And another one, Wrestling Russ. I live in Louisville, so I watch OVW. Dude, OVW veteran Jack Vaughn, friend of the show, great guy. Never met him. He doesn't know it yet, but he's a friend of the show. And you know, I watch it. They got EC3. They got Enzo Amore over there, and he's awesome, dude. I love Enzo. I really do, man. Enzo and Cass, like, put them back together in WWE or AEW. That's money on the table right there. You know, he's doing good stuff there. Who else stands out there? So Hollywood Haley J, who decided like she was going to like smoke weed or something and not show up she no-showed her NXT tryout. You know, so she fucked up, man. But I think it's just because, like, she's one of those people who I don't want to say, because she makes money. Like, she's like I don't want to be like a hot act, but she's like, you know, a known person, especially from that Wrestlers documentary. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go and check that out on Netflix. But she's one of those people, I don't want to call her a self-sabotager, but like she can't get out of her own way. Do you know what I mean? Like she won't ever be in WWE because she can't not smoke blunts outside of the arena and get out of her own way type shit, you know? So showed her out, but OVW's got, Layla Gray, thicker than a Snicker. You know, she's tremendous. They got some good talent down there. We're seeing this weird cradle back and forth thing. We got flutes in the chat. Mrs. Cornette's favorite part of PWT. That's absolutely right. Shout out Mrs. Cornette if she is the queen, if she is watching or listening in tonight. Conan, yeah, the flutes, Conan, and then the Brian. So they did like a roll up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, pack one. So I was wrong. Who cares? And there you go. That's what they gave you in the overrun. A fucking roll up, roll up, roll up. Are we going to see a big brawl here? What are we going to get, guys? Keep polishing, warming up those flutes because it's coming, guys. You already know. You surpassed the 100 likes. You made it through Dynamite with me. We're at 131. That might be peak viewership. I think we hit around like 140 some. So, dude, PWT's Phil marks the draw. What can I say? So we're going to dive in, man. We're going to play some flutes, but I just want to see this aftermath here. Like, is there any afterbirth? Is there any, you know what I mean? What is there? What comes after this? What was the point of doing an overrun here? So they're running the matches. So we get Serena Deeb and Willow Nightingale on Rampage in the first round of the... See, that's the other thing, too. You cannot continue these stories on Rampage. No one's going to watch Rampage. Just... God damn it. Dynamite's got to be Dynamite. Rampage and Collision's its own shit. Get rid of Rampage. Get rid of Collision. Get rid of one of them. It's so funny how Tony fucking hates, you know, Rampage is basically thunder with all the lightning. The logo for Collision is literally Nitro's logo. Like, he just loves Tony Khan. That's why Tony Khan gets under his skin so much. Ultimo Guerrero is fighting Kazuchika Okada. That's dope. In an AEW Continental Eliminator match. So if this random fucking, not random, but it's Ultimo Guerrero, okay? If you're a mark like me, you know who that is. If he fucking he gets a title eliminator against Okada. Why? On Collision. Why, dude? That was a 2-pack of ass. I give that one. But I do give the Claudio and I do give the Claudio pack match 5 stars. No, I give it it was a good match. It was a good match for sure, but it was short and sweet. And it's like, how the fuck is that? And that gets the overrun. The short and sweet match that was actually really good. It gets the overrun with a weird wonky roll-up finish. Like, you couldn't open the show with that, and then you could have got more into the swerve stuff and everything. Fucking just weird, man. Everything's ass backwards. Like, it's so weird. We have a $10 super chat. Just made it. Can't wait to listen to the rest of it. We still going for a bit, plenty, and we are. We absolutely are. You could have just said that in the chat, and the chat would have let you know, but you gave me $10 to say that. You said, listen, Phil, I got $10, and I just want to ask if we're still going because I love you. And Plinian, I love you too, buddy. So I'm just giving my last thoughts on Dynamite, and then we're jumping into we're going to play some flutes here, and we're going to go hard on Dave. Thank you so much for the super chat. We'll keep it up for a second. I don't have much more. I just answer your question. I don't have much more I can say, but as I finish up Dynamite here, Plinian, you're on the screen with me, bud. So yeah, but that's the gist of it. I guess I finished. Okay. Like, they could have did that match first. They could have saved MJF and Roosh for the end because they've actually been telling a story. No one's really into the Blackpool Combat Club. Yeah, there's a bit of like Pac's been jobbing in the 6-mans to the BCC, to the Bumbaclot Club. But like, what does that's not as intriguing as anything MJF's doing. The Osprey run out was before this. So why the fuck didn't they have, and he got a big pop. Why didn't they have Osprey run out and save MJF after the beatdown? And then Callis family like approached Roosh. So why didn't they do a whole thing where the Callis family beat down MJF after MJF beat Roosh after like Callis could have fucking talked to Roosh earlier in the night, and then we could have saw MJF beat him barely, and then Roosh they all run out and beat down fucking MJF, and then Ospreay makes the big save, and then the crowd pops, and then that's how you go off the air in the overrun, or don't even do an overrun. You open the show with 2 WWE guys, fucking Cesaro and Pac, draw everybody in because your company's just WWE guys anyways, and then you have that nice, good WWE match where Pac does a professional fucking moonsault that lands properly, where, you know, where it looks nice, everything's good. 2 real fucking guys who are big and jacked and really take care of themselves. And then it ends on that wonky shit, and Danielson's out there, and you get everyone going, yes. Like, how don't you kick your show off like that? Everything's ass backwards. Thank you, Plinian, for hanging out.
Dummy, yeah.
There you go. That's my review of this fucking, you know what I mean, dude? I don't know. So, guys, you made it through Dynamite. You got us to 100 likes. You hung out with me. You heard our major announcement. Let's get into it. A dumb question here. No, we got another super chat. Why doesn't Tony just use AI chat GPT to write storylines? Well, Greg Campbell, for $5, by the way. Let's give you a round of applause. Then we're going to play flutes. I promise, guys. It's not a dumb question. I don't believe in dumb questions. Only dumb people. But just kidding, Greg.
Dummy, yeah.
If you can't make fun of yourself, we roast those we care about, right, Greg? And I love you, bud. So listen, this is why he doesn't use AI in Chat GPT. Because his brain functions like a fucking AI Chat GPT. No, like AI and Chat GPT would come up with better shit than him. And the thing is, and I'm not joking. And the thing is that he said he did try it before, and he dabbled in it a little bit and played with it just to see what it would come up with. And he said, "Oh, it took me down wild, whatever." But if AI is good for one thing, it may be inspiration. Like maybe you type some shit in and then it lays some shit out, and you go, "Well, you know, like maybe if I tweak this or that, this could be good." But you got to just be more creative. There's creative people. I could book the shit better. Eric Bischoff could book the shit better. Jim Cornette could book the shit better. The old podcasters could all book the shit better. Yeah, I could book the shit better too, pal. I don't know why he doesn't. Well, I know why, because artistically people would be like, I said artistically, guys. I know we're talking about Tony, but I said artistically. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just a super wrestlers for a super indie, as Dave calls them. They have super wrestlers. Pac is a super wrestler. That's what Dave called him. Speaking of Dave, flutes in the chat, because it is time for everybody's favorite segment, favorite moment of the week, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week. So Dave Meltzer, man, he was talking about this match, Claudio and Pac, and if people came over from AEW to WWE, and he's going, you know, if Ricochet or Chad Gable comes over, Gable would get. I covered it on the last podcast. I'm telling you, the last pod I did is a must-watch/listen if you haven't. But you know, he's talking about like, they have super wrestlers. Pac's like he wouldn't get like a Pac push because Pac's a super wrestler. The fuck does that even mean, Dave, you dummy? And he's talking about Gable, so Gable's not a super wrestler. Gable's a real wrestler who will fucking really Olympic wrestle you out, Dave. So what the fuck are you talking about? It's crazy.
Dummy, yeah.
When I clip this, I'm going to have to censor the shit out of it because I'm already swearing, but Dave's got me on one here. So we covered it before in the show. Wrestling Observer reports Kevin Kelly says he plans to sue AEW. Oh, golly gee, you fucking think? You dummy. I covered this 2 days before Observer did. I wonder why. Dave can't wait to wake up at the crack of ass to talk about TNA and how they have no shows coming this summer, only for them to draw fucking almost a AEW, you know, Rampage or Collision taping or whatever. Dave can't wait to talk about how Trick Williams sucks or you know, how they have super wrestlers in AEW, but he don't talk about Kevin Kelly planning to sue AEW for days. Complete complete fucking typical dirt sheet nonsense. AEW makes past pay-per-view, so I really wanted Evil Dose on to talk about this. I had some fucking guy. You guys, I get the weirdest DMs, okay? I'm not joking. I'm so tempted to spend $5 to send Phil a stupid question. I can prove that wrong. So listen, okay? You know, I wanted Dose on to talk about this, but I had some random weird guy. I get the weirdest fucking DMs. You know what I mean? And this guy DMs me and is like, you know, I was told this number and this number and this number all by Dose. And I'm like, okay, well, why did Dose tell him to you? And he's just like, I don't know. I just asked him. And he DM'd it to me privately. Now, I don't give a whatever, you know. They asked me not to say the numbers of like what AEW is going to get for the deal, you know, like the money wise. But Dose has broke it down ad nauseum. What this person DM'd me, he's like, please don't share information. I'm like, dude, Dose has already broken this shit all down on the show. So it's all speculation. Even me, I went, dude, I don't know. Like Dose is just speculating too. So shout out Dose. I would love to have him on and maybe he could clarify what that guy DM'd me and all this shit. It's this, you know, some random account and their whole account, like they're based on like tracking fucking TV stuff, I guess. I don't want to even say who it is because they asked me not to say the numbers they told me, but either fucking way, shout out Dose, and I wish he was here to talk about this. I will get him on a future show and maybe he can break it down more. But what happened was AEW, they put their pay-per-views and special events available for purchase on Triller. Now, I looked it up today just to make sure I wasn't talking out of my ass like Dave Meltzer, and Triller's fucking in the hole. They owe a bunch of money they don't have. They lost a shitload of money. A bunch of broken promises. These celebrities fell off of it who were all involved in it. So that's awful that they're on fucking Triller. And so what Tony Khan wanted, he wanted his pay-per-views and PLEs, like special events. So like, what's that shit called? Grind My Gear, Forbidden Gear, Full Gear. They do that every year. And so like I think they started instead of a pay-per-view, then they do it like a TV special. One of the ones they did it Fighter Fest or whatever used to be a pay-per-view. They did it a couple years as like a TV special, whatever. Those will be available on Triller. That's a fucking L because Tony Khan was trying to get this shit as part of his deal with TNT. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, and Zarian's like, they're getting a max deal. It's for sure. Well, that's wrong. This shit's on Triller, so this isn't a part of the deal. And it's just like Dose said, to actually prove him right. Like, they have no interest in this extra shit. They won't even get picked up, is what Dose will say. What Awful will say. What a lot of people will say. What I'm saying is, nah. They're going to keep Dynamite on the channel. Fucking Collision and Rampage will go to True TV. Or maybe one of them will stay. Like, you might get one on TBS, one on TNT, one on True TV. And they'll try and spin it like, oh, no, we're expanding, whatever. But I think they'll end up keeping Rampage and Collision, both of them as well, because Tony will eventually go, okay, fuck it, I'll take the lesser money for it. People saying $1 billion. Meltzer already fucked himself on that. And then people saying like, oh, it'll be 90 million, 100 million a year. Come on. You know what I mean? I don't believe that whatsoever. Dave already got liar! Fucking for the $1 billion, whatever, all that stupid shit. So it's just epic fails all around. And from what I'm hearing and what I'm gathering from all of this, it's not looking good. This needs to be highlighted. Observer's not going to make a big deal out of this. They're going to explain it away. He fucking, this means they're helping True TV expand and they didn't get as much money, but it'll be in the green if you add Wembley onto this. Like, just all cope stupid shit. And this isn't very good because it isn't going to Max, and it means that they're not willing to fork out money. Oh, NBA left, so they're gonna have more money. Where's all the Team Chaos and WWE Real One and AIR Gold crying about this shit? It's on Triller, bro. It might as well be on Vine. No one uses fucking Triller. You understand me? That shit died a long ass time ago. But moving along, Dave Meltzer, speaking of things he doesn't think, Dave Meltzer does not think are the first, 5 words of the sentence. And that could just really be applied to his life in general. But Dave Meltzer does not think Kofi Kingston, former WWE champion Kofi Mania, Kofi Kingston, guys. Dave Meltzer doesn't think Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods would fare too well as solo acts if the New Day do indeed split up, as has been teased recently on WWE TV. Kofi Mania wouldn't fare well if the New Day splits up, guys. Let's take it to Dave. What is Dave? Especially if Brian, if you break them up, neither of them are, gonna do much. It's not going to be good for them as solo acts. Why? And then he just definitively says, it's not gonna be good for them.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
How can you say that, Dave? You're you're terrible. You're 0 for life. Okay? Like, fuck out this last fucking 5 years. You're 0 for life. Okay? Don't tell me about what Kofi Mania can do on his own. You fucking idiot. Ugh, you guys. So Dave Meltzer talks more about WWE. He says Dave Meltzer believes, or Wrestle Talk TV says, Dave Meltzer believes WWE should have booked Io Sky to pin Zelina Vega in the 3-way Money in the Bank. Dave, Zelina is fighting fucking Liv Morgan for the world title. Why? Oh my God. Dave.
You what?
Why would you have... Oh my God. It's just people don't get it, man. They really don't. Kiana James there, that's what she's there for. Zelina got distracted by Liv because we're getting some sort of match out of that. Zelina will probably do a job as a challenger to Liv until Liv can get to Rhea Ripley again, because Liv can't just beat all the beast heels, because they just did that with Becky, and then they did that with they're doing it with Bayley. They did it with Rhea already. Can't do that. So Liv's just got to have okay, Zelina, line her up. God, Dave, Kiana James, line her up. Like, Dave thank God he doesn't have the pen of anywhere except for his own shit, and he doesn't even edit it correctly. So Dave says they should have beaten Zelina. I don't see why you're beating Kiana right away, because Dave, no one knows who that is, because Dave, they're establishing Kiana, because Dave, Kiana James, if I look up her fucking age, is in her 20s, 27 years old, and she can lose for the next 3 years before she even hits her fucking prime and before anyone gives a shit about her. And she's already on the main roster, Dave. That's why you do it. This isn't fucking it's just all hugs and friends time with fucking Dave and all of that. Uncle Dave. So moving along, I don't know what else to say about that guy. I'm getting frustrating. So Dave Meltzer believes Alpha Academy's breakup on WWE Raw was weak.
What?
Dave, you mean the shit the crowd erupted for, that everybody's talking about on top of a brilliant already Raw with layers of the story? What was the breakup supposed to be? Bloodline level. They're not that over. Dave, this breakup was weak, but you don't got shit to say about the way the Gates of Agony broke up and just randomly beat up Swerve. You don't have anything to say about the way the fucking Best Friends broke up, right? You don't have anything to say about the way any of Jericho's factions break up, and then why did Ricky Starks and Big Bill break up? You got nothing to say about any of that, but you thought this breakup was weak.
Liar!
Guys, I can't. I'm having a hard time processing this shit myself. So, Dave goes, I need some soda water here. After all this time, what a weak breakup. Dave, a weak breakup is what's going to happen with you and fucking No Chin Alvarez.
Emotional damage.
I'm just oh man, it was weak. Him, and he just says him saying he's quit. Like it should have been like a violent reaction. With something this gigantic. As opposed to by the way, I'm leaving. We're done. Dave. Physically pushing, so I can't do it, guys. I don't know how I do this shit. Let's play the flute one more time here. Okay, I've reset. Here we go. I got my energy back, folks. I don't know how the fuck I do this. Oh my goodness. So, Dave, it's physically pushing somebody is violence. A. B. We're gonna see the violence down the line when Gable and Otis fight. C. He's the good guy. He's the baby face, bro. I know you and fucking AEW, Tony Khan, all you guys don't understand that. I know you guys don't get that shit and what it means to be a heel and a baby face and all that. But Otis is the baby face. He's gone off with Maxine Dupree. Okay? So are you guys are following me, right? Like, he's the baby face. So why would he have this visceral beat him down? Tozawa's crying. Maxine is distraught. Otis is upset. He doesn't want to fight Gable. He fucking loves Gable, Dave. You don't just turn on someone you love after all of this. It's not even all of this. It's just Gable's being a dick. You don't just bludgeon and murder. This isn't AEW where you just bloody Nick Wayne and then Nick Wayne's fucking a bad guy and then you're a good guy the next day. Like, this isn't how it works, man. So again, it just shows like Dave is terrible, doesn't know what he's talking about, what he's doing. He couldn't book a fucking library. Is that a good one? I don't know if that's a good one, but the dude couldn't book a fucking haircut. You know what I mean? So again, and then he has more. This is the last one, guys. So he has more to say about the fucking Wyatt family, of all the stuff. The Wyatt 6. You guys gave awful heat earlier in the show. I pushed back on him a little bit too. I know he's got more to say. He did put over the cinematography and the production, but he thinks just overall business-wise this is going to fall flat. I vehemently disagree. But I will tell you this much. He is right as far as like it's got a fine window to where this has got to, like, next Raw they better do some real good shit. Yeah, some good shit, pal. Or I could see people boo-booing on it. People are already boo-booing on it. One of them is Dave Meltzer, okay? So Dave Meltzer has expressed concern over the Wyatt Six's future. WWE booking. He's worried about WWE's booking right now, my word. And he's talking shit, dude. It's like, you're not more concerned with like this random ladder match they got going on at Forbidden Door. You're not more concerned with like, we have fucking Wembley 2 months away, and we have convoluted Gaga bullshit, and we don't know. Like, you got Swerve and Ospreay and MJF. Like, the title's about to get flip-flopped, or they're just going to have Ospreay defend it at Wembley. What a great homecoming. Yeah, such a hard grind, bruv, that he went through to. So Dave's not concerned with, like, Ospreay walks in the company and fucking just gets everything handed to him easily for free. And he's more concerned with this. He's concerned with the booking. And then Dave doesn't say he's concerned, like the way Wrestle Talk words it. Dave Meltzer has expressed concern. No. Dave Meltzer says there is a lot of concern. So Dave is saying, like, objectively, just like blanket statement, just like where Dave, like, objectively, like in the backstage, there is concern, or you have concern, Dave, because you're fucking stupid. Don't put words in our mouths, Dave. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in the fans' mouth. Don't put there's concern. Who's concerned? Awful? You don't know him, Dave. Do you know him? Do you call him at home? For real. You don't know him. Like, you don't know us. I'm losing my shit here, guys. The queen? No, but Dave says there's a lot of concern for this angle. These guys have to be supermen. No, they don't. And they will be, but no, they don't. Like listen, they don't need to be supermen, Dave. Okay. They just need to like be consistent with what their vocation is. As long as they can explain why these guys all grouped up, why they all got spooky, and why they're going after who they're going after, the rest will come. Their in-ring style will be aggro. So you mean like Eric Rowan doesn't know what he's doing? You mean Nikki Cross doesn't know? Joe Gacy? They were all, and then Dexter Loomis. They're all already spooky guys who were the spooky people in groups. Like, this is the perfect like group. You took the best component almost from each of the factions they were in, other than Rowan. Obviously, that would be right. And then Bo Dallas is a tremendous worker, like on his own. If he brought back the Bo Leave gimmick, I'd be down. But Dave Meltzer goes, there's a lot of concern for this angle. These guys have to be supermen. No. And so many of them doing the no-sell thing. It's a tricky one to book. So Dave thinks they're going to come out and just no-sell.
Dummy. Yeah.
And Dave, what about AEW's no-selling? They don't sell anything. They don't sell anything. And you don't talk about anyone no-selling there, and they're not all supermen. Orange Cassidy no-sells Destroyers. Ospreay no-sells this fucking neck. They're not supermen. They go 50-50 taken to the limit by everybody. So what do you mean, Dave? No, they don't have to be that. You're just saying shit that would be good critiques if you weren't so full of shit all the time.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Okay? Like, it's just mind-boggling to me he gets away with this shit. I can't sit here and say no one calls him on his shit because your boy Phil does. And that's why you guys tune into this. Dave makes no goddamn sense. No one sells anything in AEW. So I don't ever want to hear Dave complain or talk about no sell. And who the fuck is Nikki Cross going to no sell? Why would fucking Joe Gacy not sell anybody's shit? If anything, you beat the shit out of the guy and have him laughing while he's getting beaten and bloodied and stuff. Like, trust me. What, you think Bo Dallas is going to just be the Fiend? Like, no, maybe, yes, he'll be presented stronger than he ever has, and this is a main event thing. You can put him in there with Cody wherever they decide to go. They're on Raw, so might be a little difficult, but Dave, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a dumb shit. That's why I do what I do. That's why you're mad and you're constantly coping, and that's why the PWT listeners tune in. And that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to another eclectic edition of PWT Live Show. Yeah. So every week, I'm going to start early with you guys, okay? Because I like jumping on and being able to review Raw and NXT and stuff from the nights before. And it's the perfect time to do it because I record my pod on Monday and it usually drops Tuesday, and then I don't talk about Raw whatsoever on it. And you guys got to wait for my thoughts until Wednesday. I kind of like that, the sizzle to the steak. So guys, please, at Pro Wrestle Clips, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. At Pro Wrestle Times, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe there. Even if you don't watch the goddamn content over there, just youtube.com/Pro Wrestle Times. There's a link below. You can get there. Just consume it. Okay, please. However, which way you want to, but just please go subscribe there. Even if you don't consume it, sorry, is what I'm trying to say. Consume it, pause. But yeah, we're Suscast, don't forget, guys. So just like subscribe over there because I'm trying to get to 1,000. We're almost at 3,500 on this channel, trying to get to 4,000. Let's get that popping. Every episode's can't miss. This is an episodic journey here, the longest reigning episodic, and I just appreciate you all hanging out with me so much. This is the most important pro wrestling podcast / live show on the net. Members only show tomorrow, and don't worry about time wise. Like, I don't know, we got to work that all out, but sometimes it'll be during the day, sometimes it'll be during the night. Don't forget, Mine and Awful's podcast is coming soon, and I have one person who actually does have a big announcement right here. I saved till the end of the show, actually. There is actually one more big... Pliny and Pixelar for $5 says, I'm allowed to say I didn't like The Fiend. I loved Bray Wyatt, but a demon that feels no pain really takes me out of the immersion. Thank you so much. I will give you a round of applause for that. And... yeah, dude, I don't know about demon that feels no pain, but I definitely did like The Fiend. I liked original Bray the best. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, like, unless you're the size of Kane or Big Show or Taker or something, I agree with you, but they all are not going to be that. And I don't think Howdy will be that either. I don't think so at all. Thank you so much for this super chat, Plenty. And you stepped on my outro, pal. But, listen, there is somebody, one last person here, big special announcement. A bunch of you tuned out. You're going to miss the big announcement. Here's Chris Jericho. Love you guys. Peace.
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth